You have a lot of...
Oh. I always forget my sound until the moment I hit like. Hi.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi, Shere Khan. Hi, Ramus.
Did you ask?
So, I had tater tots yesterday. They're alright. I like other foods more, but these tater tots are alright. My parents have a bunch of guests over. They have like 5 guests over. And, Mom made this giant plate of cookies. And she's like, hey, I don't want to destroy your diet, but do you want any of these? And I was like, I want all of them. She's like, oh, well, I'm not going to destroy your diet, so you only get some of them. And I was like, fuck. But I got to have 3 yesterday. Hi, Zai. And then I have like 5 in a bag today. And I'm like, after stream, I'm demolishing those. I won't be increasing my calories too much. But it will be a lot more sugar than usual. That's for sure.
I need to think.
Oh. But my dad.
Now we're gonna have to save.
The reason they had a bunch of people over though was because my dad and some of the other guys are going backpacking.
Okay.
And they were literally like leaving at 5:30 in the morning, walking around with shoes on. And so I'm like waking up to that shenanigans. And it's just like, oh my god, please. I want to sleep. Already? Right at the start. Hi, Lost One. Whatever. I should expect it to happen right away initially. And then it'll get more expensive.
Alright. Yeah.
And then you won't be able to afford it. Oh my god. Yesterday was really fun. Spacefish did a charity stream. And she did Subnautica the whole time. Well, most of the time. It was...
Makes sense.
It was heretical. It was blasphemous. It was a travesty. The charity stream went great. That one was awesome. But her Subnautica gameplay was questionable. She did not build a base. At no point was a base built. She was kind of just like...
How long was it?
This is like 12 hours. 12 hours of Subnautica and no base. She was perfectly fine just living in the escape pod. and just having storage chests floating in the water under it. And it was just like, space fish, no, you can't do it this way.
I know.
Please.
Please build a vase.
I forgot a thing.
Okay. Oh no, what did you forget?
I forgot the shuffle button.
Oh.
It's okay, we found it before we did the thing. But yeah, so she did a charity stream. I think it was like $760 raised for a charity that focuses on the restoration of corals throughout the world. Which
that makes sense.
yeah, that's awesome. I think she was expecting like 100. I think her initial goal was like 100 to the end. And then it was just like within the first 5 minutes.
That's better.
A very generous, I don't want to like throw their name out everywhere, but someone obliterated it with 500 right away.
Damn.
So she had like all these plans, like, oh, we're gonna do sub goals at 10, 20, 30, and then it was like,
And then just demolished.
yeah, just do all those right now, and then why don't you come up with new sub goals? She's just like, oh, okay. I wasn't expecting this. Thank you. A very stinky dumb nerd. Agreed.
This, what world are we in?
So this is Guild Wars 2. This particular map is called the Harathi Highlands. And the lore of this zone is that this is like just a shit ton of centaurs here right now. I don't know if humans have been able to live here for a while, but humans and centaurs have been in like a centuries-long war in Guild Wars. And this area in particular is just all centaurs. And so there's actually an event that happens like every 2 hours or something, where the humans kind of mobilize and fight through a bunch of centaur camps. And so that was like base camp 1 right there, where you attack that and then you start working toward this camp. And there's like 5 or 6 of these camps that you push through as for the event. Guild Wars 2 is really cool because like they have these big events even in low level zones. This is like a level 20 to 35 zone. Hi, Alfer.
Hello.
This zone was a little difficult to record. I kept trying to do this one route, and it just wasn't working because these basilisks kept stunning me. Now, it was at like the very beginning of the route, so I wasn't like... I was super okay with just resetting a bunch of times. It wasn't like I was getting 50 minutes in and then screwing up a route. But I ended up having to change it a little. We're already past where those basilisks were. And then I kind of wish I'd done the end differently, but I have to time it with the event. Yep. I have to time it with the event, so it's just like kind of weird. Leaving the country, are you going to be in a different country for a long time? Is it like a 6-month project, or is this like unforeseen end? I've had to leave... Well, I've never had to leave the country. But I've been to Mexico twice, and I've been to Canada twice. The first time I went to Canada was, I was like 7 or 8. And it was with, It was with my family that lives in Washington on like a day trip to Victoria Island. And so we literally just took the ferry, hung out there for a bit, took the ferry back same day. When I was about 9, I think I went to Mexico. And that was my parents' 13th anniversary. And this was really funny. You're not gonna have internet while you're there? Stay strong, Alfred.
No.
Best of luck to you. I hope your project goes well. No internet sounds crazy. Unless you're gonna have internet, just be at different times. Either way, we'll miss you, and I hope all your stuff goes well. But Puerto Vallarta, I was like 9, and they told me, okay, this fucking person just starts following me and being like, nice RP walk, and just like hanging around me for a few seconds, and I'm like, go away, get out of here. But yeah, we went to Puerto Vallarta. I was told if you get separated, tell them you don't speak Spanish, which in Spanish is no hablas español. Hablas is like I speak, no is obviously no or I don't, and then español is Spanish. My dumbass was mixing it up, so I was going around telling people no hablas inglés, and I'm just this white kid saying I don't speak English, and they're like, okay, do you speak English? And I'm like, yes, I do. And they're like, okay, you need to go over there. You're gonna be too busy to watch? I see. So I hate being overly busy that I don't have time for stuff. I hate when, like, I wake up 5 in the morning, go to work, get home at like 6, have to be in bed by like 9 or 10. It feels like I have no time for anything. Oh, that was a weird cut.
Yeah.
I needed to edit that better. If that's only for 2 months, then it's like, whatever, it's just 2 months. When you're doing that and you ask yourself the question, how long am I going to be doing this? I don't see an end to this. That's when it gets really depressing. That's when it's like, I don't want to do this. So that last part was the whole, like, centaur area. This part is, like, the nice human side of the zone.
Yay. Oh, Yulin.
Uh-huh.
So, since you were talking about being out of the country,
Mm-hmm.
I've been out of the country, like, maybe 3 times, but going to the same location.
Do you have family
3, 4
in
times?
a specific spot?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Japan.
Japan? That's cool.
Yes. In Okinawa, the small island on the coast, like south of the coast.
For a period of time, I was very obsessed with Japan. Like a lot of weebs are. And I started to learn Japanese. I then saw a lot of news about Japan that kind of scared me away. It was a very, like, right-wing radicalist news network that I was kind of listening to. But they were like, oh, if you're a guy, you have a bad time in Japan because girls just say, this guy groped me, and they immediately believe the girl. And it's like, oh.
That's everywhere almost.
Yeah.
That happens everywhere on the planet.
Mm-hmm. And it was not a good news network. But they had great porn, so. I ended up just like.
Oh my God, was this When you were getting your news from porn, huh?
No, it was Senkaku Complex.
Oh, okay. Just as bad.
Just as bad. And so, oh my god, I mind blanked. I stopped learning Japanese. I stayed into anime, but I wasn't like, oh, I want to, I'm so interested in Japan and whatnot now. Now I look at it and I'm like, there's a lot of cool stuff in Japan. There's a lot of not cool stuff in Japan. Like, how much they have everything where it's like you can reduce social interactions. That seems so nice to me because I don't like dealing with people unless they're my friends already. So it's like that everything can be delivered, that you can get nice meals from vending machines. I'm like, oh, that's the fucking best.
Also, Yulin, this is even better. There is a it's really dumb, but there is a restaurant, and its restaurant literally says Uber Eats.
Huh.
You go into the store, you sit down, you order your Uber Eats in the store, and you get it discounted off when it gets delivered to you.
That's interesting. I wonder why I wonder where they're saving money by doing that.
I have no idea, but it's very interesting and silly. Because like you want to go out and eat food, but you don't want to do it at home. So you decide to go to that restaurant.
Yeah, a lot of the bureaucracy though seems fucking awful. I watch a lot of Trash Taste, or at least I used to. I'm like behind by 3 months at this point.
Yes, Trash Taste.
And a lot of the stuff they talk about with having moved there is just like, oh my god, that's annoying. And then the workload and school system seems really like, oh, I wouldn't want to touch that with a 50-foot pole. That seems not ideal and insane.
I mean, well, if you think about it, it is they have this has better education system than fucking America.
Oh, for sure. But I'm more referring
That's
to
not
like
hard to do.
That's not hard. I'm more talking about like the mental health of their students, because there is a very high suicide rate of their high schoolers, which is like, oh, that's not good.
It's the culture that's the problem. What's happening in there?
If you're not making straight A's, you might as well make F's.
Well, yeah. But you also, it's interesting because like they make sure that you have home economics, which means that you know how to cook. You all know they make you clean the school together. So as a community, you're cleaning the school, making sure it looks nice.
That is one of the coolest things.
There's no way in hell. Yeah, there's no way in heck you're gonna get everyone in the entire school in America to do that. It's like we should all communally clean up the entire school when it's about to end. And some people are like chosen to be cleaner for the day, like cleaning the classroom. Yeah.
No, I'm familiar with that system. I think that's one of the best things about their education, because there's so many people here that like basic skills they fucking suck at, right? They suck at cleaning, they suck at cooking, they don't know how to do things like taxes. Now granted, I imagine they don't make taxes as difficult over there, whereas over here,
I think
we've got the whole bullshit of like the IRS being like, hey, your taxes are due. How much do I owe? I don't know, guess. Is it this amount? Nope, jail. And the reason we've got that is because there's tax assistance companies like TurboTax and Intuit that they want you to pay them to help you do your taxes. And if taxes were made easy to do, nobody would use those.
System.
Oh, it's so corrupt. And they spend millions to like keep it that way. And like,
You know what I'm gonna do for my next one though?
what are you gonna do?
So there's a dating sim game that does your taxes for you.
Oh my god.
Huh.
It's so
Incredible.
stupid, but it works.
TurboTax actually just lost a big lawsuit because the big thing about TurboTax is that they claim
Yeah.
it's free, but it's very difficult to actually keep it free. They have a lot of like, oh, you clicked this option, so you have to pay us $60 now. They have a lot of stuff like that, and so they just lost a big lawsuit that was like, no, you've been claiming you're free, but you're not. So you either what they'll probably do is keep claiming to be free and just pay this fine now and then because corrupt system. But it was nice to see them lose the lawsuit. You're going to
I don't know, I've
UK.
never used TurboTax. They make it so hard to use the thing.
Really? I found it easy to use, just annoying that I had to pay at the end.
Same.
I don't have a mortgage or a credit card or any of the other verification things that they wanted for me to verify that I am me.
You don't have a credit card?
No,
How do you pay for shit?
with my debit card.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe in credit. It is a horrible system. I save up the money for the things I want and I buy them straight up.
I mean, sure, but a credit card and a debit
See,
card are going to do the same thing, and you could just have a credit card and not go over what you have.
Yeah. And
No,
the thing
I don't want
about
to pay
credit cards, like,
interest
once-
on stupidity.
Well, no, because it's not that bad. Because I have a credit card, and I was like the same mindset as you. Like, I don't need a credit card. But then he's like, "Oh, so what about that car you want?"
Mm-hmm.
I bought it with
Oh my-
all of the money I saved up.
So
Damn.
my parents always told me, like, hey, credit cards are bad. Because we got credit cards when we first
Mhm.
married, and we went into a ton of debt and had to work our way up, and it was really tough. And so I was always like, oh, I don't even want a credit card. But then it came to time where it was like, I needed one for college. I probably could have just had a debit card, but it was like, just don't go over what you have. Just don't like,
Mm-hmm.
just make payments on what you have. Just pay it off instantly. Don't do any like, oh, I'll pay it over this time. And so I've always had a credit card. I've just, I buy stuff and I have it set up so that it automatically pays off the minimum balance, but I check it weekly. Typically when I go to the store, I'll check my credit card first and pay it off. And having a credit card has made any verification thing easy to do.
Yeah. See, with my credit card, Elon, I'm too like when they gave me my credit card, they put a $500 limit on it.
Yep.
So I could never go past $500 on my card.
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to go back to the bank and go like, "Hey, can you take this off?" Which then they proceed to they disable my credit
get to
card
you,
for
Albert.
me to be able to use it.
I haven't ignored you yet. Yeah. So Alper's asking how much people make a year, which you two don't have to answer if you don't want to. I make
Not
zero.
enough.
No,
I make zero.
I don't know.
I haven't worked in a year and a half at this point. I had a job where I was making $26 an hour, and I got a lot in savings. And I'm kind of going through a phase of my life where I'm just like, working is soul crushing and depressing, and I don't want to do it. I'd rather die. Maybe that ends at some point. The money might run out, and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather live even if it means doing that shit like a normal person. But right now, I don't have to. So I live with my parents. They do charge me rent. The savings are dwindling, but I'm also so frugal of a person that they're not dwindling fast. So
Yeah, you're like.
one day we'll lose Euland Streams because he'll get a job. Sad face.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I believe you that you make $500K a year. That's a little extravagant. Unless it's a currency that's like not dollars.
Because I don't really make that much. I make enough to survive.
I'll tell you right now,
Same.
Albert.
Because I was like looking.
When you say something like you make that much money, anyone is going to look at that and think,
Yeah.
this person is young, and this person is lying to make themselves look cool on the internet. I'll tell you right now, that's what I think seeing 500K. If that's the truth, cool. I don't really believe you. I still think you're great, though. Yeah, I worked at a cubicle job for 4 years. That shit was soul crushing. That shit was like, hey, you know, work in a fast-paced environment. And the fast-paced environment is a gray cubicle with 2 monitors and a phone and... The job itself was not that bad. It was a job where I was like making and like validating the information maps. Hi, Hunt. And I basically was looking at digital maps for 8 hours a day working. But there was so much like fake urgency. It was like, we need this in 3 days. We need this next project 5 days after that. And it's like, you need this by the end of the year, buddy. There is absolutely no urgency in any of these projects. There was some office politics, right? People gossiping about others and a lot of like, oh, I need to have this conversation with this person just because they're a fucking gossipy bitch, and if I don't, they're just gonna be annoying and obnoxious. So yeah, it's so good to see you, yeah. I was already an oddball in the office because I didn't like go to lunch or the bar on Fridays with everybody. It was like, I did my time and I went home. And that, to a lot of people, that was kind of weird. So I was out of the loop with a lot of their stuff. But I felt like I was good enough people skills that I wasn't like making an enemy of myself. I definitely had bosses tell me one thing and then, you know, that promise never comes through. Which now I know, get everything in fucking writing, because if it's not in writing, it's not gonna fucking happen. I saw some real shady shit from the bosses overall. I saw one guy who, he needed to have back surgery. And so the bosses told him, you should quit so that this isn't charged to the company insurance and our premiums don't go up. Which is super illegal. You're not allowed to do that. But they told him to quit. And it kind of comes with like the implication of, we will fire you if you don't, and it'll be more difficult for you to get a job. Just a bunch of... Ugh. Hi, Smug. The Cum Beast. Anyway, I'm not saying that in particular because Smug got here or anything. Just throwing that out there. Sugar mommy? I want a sugar mommy. Where was I? I got the fucking what? The Cum Beast. And I'm not saying that because Smug showed up and no particular reason. I was just throwing that out there, Hunt. Not because of Smug. No particular reason.
No one believes you. Just want to
Um,
let you know that.
no, Smug did a funny on Spacefish's stream yesterday. He had an avatar that darkens everybody's vision, and then they just see like a Dark Souls boss, the Cum Beast. You'll let Rin know. I'll be honest, I don't know who Rin is. I think of the Vocaloid.
I think of Fate.
Oh, you're OC? Oh, hell yeah. Then yes, I'm the Cum Beast. Send your OC over. Hell yeah. What else was there? Mead Fox. I kind of got sidetracked from countries. Went to Mexico when I was, I think, 9. And then when I was like 16 or 17, no, actually younger, I would have been like 14, maybe 13. I went to Mexico again. This time I went to Mazatlan. This was for a tennis tournament. My tennis group was good enough that we got invited to a tournament in Mexico. So it was pretty much a vacation. We just had to do a little bit of tennis. We played on clay courts. That was really cool. Clay courts are really fucking fun. And then when I was 20, I went to Canada to visit a girlfriend. That trip was awful because the weather was just really bad. And we discovered that despite having dated for 3 months online, in person we fucking hated each other. So I ended up going home early. But yeah, I've been to Canada twice. Yay. Perfect clip acquired. Oh god. I had a good clip in Sheercon. I'm trying to think. I want to say there was another clip I did recently, but I can't think of it. As it should be, Alpher. Where was I? Oh no. I'm scared to look at that. Alfred, the way you're describing it makes you sound like a prostitute. Just saying. I was watching Asmongold react to Unreal Engine 5 stuff. And the Unreal Engine 5 videos are so funny because they go over the stuff like it's an MMO patch. And go over all the features. That shit is looking so good. The Unreal 5 engine is just looking so fucking insane. And I cannot wait for like every game to look like that. Not every game, because obviously cell shade games and cutesy games are going to be great. But the graphics in that one is just bonkers.
It's
There
the
was
first game that we might get off of that.
I think there's been a few that have used it so far. But I don't think there's been like a big major MMO that's going off. I think Ashes of Creation is using it in their development.
Oh.
But nobody's using it to like to the limits from like the ground up in creation with regards to MMOs. It's
I just want it because it's easier to make mods.
yeah. But they were showing off like a good way to do 3D fires instead of 2D. The nanite technology had some breakthrough. Clouds were looking good because they were able to like connect them as one part. I need a drink. We've already gone a mile. Holy cow! So Lost One. I was so ready to play Baldur's yesterday, and then my parents were like, yeah, we're gonna have some people over. We're gonna have 5 friends over. You don't have to join us, but you know, we're that's what we're going to be doing. And I was like, okay, what food are you going to have? And she was like, shrimp spaghetti. And I was like, okay, we'll probably not be eating any of that.
Hog shrimps?
And then right when we would have started was like, they came over and were just hanging out in the basement. So it was like literally my room, a door, where they're all hanging out. I was like, I don't really want to be like talking and have them on the other side. So I ended up just recording 2 Guild Wars 2 videos. One of them was the first video we just watched. And I ended up going to sleep and just napping while they were all on the other side of the door, which I kind of impressed myself because it's not like they were quiet. I'm just that good at being able to sleep through noise.
I mean, you do sleep through core snoring.
I do. And so that was yeah, so I slept. I woke up around 8 or 9. I thought about messaging you and being like, hey, let's do more Baldur's, but it felt late. And so I think I just recorded.
Oh, I went to bed early.
I recorded a second video, dicked around on WoW for a bit. Looked at some stream things. Oh yeah, so after stream, after I showered, I went and joined Spacefish because she was at the end of her charity stream. That's what it was.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Well, I listened to that. I didn't see it.
I was very close to suggesting we play Quick Draw because that seemed like a really fun Quick Draw group. But it seemed like everybody was just having a good time just hanging out in a room, so I was like, maybe another time.
Quick Draw?
Quick Draw is kind of like Pictionary. Let's say you're playing with 5 people, though. The game will pick one person.
You think that many drunk people could draw, though?
Yes. Some people get better at drawing when they're drunk. Let's say you have 5 people. The game will pick one of them, teleport them on a stage, and give them 3 words to choose from.
I've seen you and Aiko play this.
Yeah. If you've seen Aiko, you've seen him play because he loves it. Quick Draw is really fun with a group. And with that group, I was like, this would be an absolute blast. But another time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was fun. Yesterday was a blast.
That's good.
I did my stream, hung out with Spacefish and the crew a bit, got cookies. Good day.
You got cookies and saw Cookie.
True.
Well, you saw Cookie today, but still. You just need to take the cookies and put them in milk.
Yeah,
I know. I said it just because I know you specifically don't like cookies in milk.
It's not that it's bad. It's just I feel like I enjoy them enough in their pure forms anyway. Oh, I gotta sneeze.
No, I enjoy them better together.
Yeah, true.
God bless
Fuck.
you.
I didn't sneeze.
Uh-oh.
My nose just hurts.
Well,
look
sometimes if you fake sneeze, like try to like pretend that you actually sneeze.
I would say look at a light,
sometimes.
but you have a light on your face, so that doesn't help.
Well, it doesn't hurt anymore. Didn't sneeze, but whatever.
Denial.
Rejection.
That's worse.
All the mosquitoes.
When you gotta sneeze and you don't sneeze, and then you feel like you gotta sneeze for the next 30 minutes.
That's horrible.
It's
as bad as like when you go to yawn and someone like taps you and like you stop yawning and then you just feel weird.
I don't feel like I have to sneeze anymore. Although it feels like I'm aware of my nose, but I'm not like, Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, God. I've definitely had that feeling for, like, an extended amount of minutes.
Yulin.
Mhm.
I'm curious, because this is something I just thought of was silly.
Mhm.
What if in hell that you have that, like, they just torment you by doing shit like that, or like he's like, you're on the edge of it, and we're just gonna leave you like that, and you know,
So
you can't do it.
Oh my god, hell is just perpetually having to sneeze but being unable to sneeze.
hopefully
Yeah, well, that's
there's
one
no
form of
hell that's
torture.
annoying like that. The Bible actually describes exactly what hell is. It's not, we like to make a lot of jokes of like, oh, you're going to be on a train and it's never your stop, or they poke you with spears while you're tied to a thing for forever. A lot of that comes from Dante's Inferno, where he describes, I think, the 7 rings of hell. But the Bible is extremely clear on what hell is. Hell is a lake of fire that you are falling through endlessly while blind. So you're falling, blind, and on fire, eternity. That's it. That's all it is.
Oof.
Which, that's pretty bad. I can't think of many things worse than that.
That's hell.
There's a lot of things that are like, oh, you know, they stab you with a sword and wasps come out of the wound and sting you. It's like, okay, that sounds fucking awful. Probably worse than the whole fire thing, but the 3 things that the Bible describes, you know, what we know, that's kind of boring. I mean, so, like, would you get used to that? Would you get to year 270 and you're just like, you know what, I can handle this pain now. It's not so bad. Or is it like, it's hell? You can never be used to it because, like, it's supposed to be eternal suffering. They're going to alter your body in some way that you can never acclimate and just be used to the pain. I don't believe in hell, personally. I think there's a lot of contradictions in the Bible, namely that they're claiming to be a God of love, and you can be saved with unconditional forgiveness, but, like, there is a very serious threat of an eternity of suffering. It kind of feels like you can't be a God of love and have that threat looming right behind people. That seems very much not like a God of love thing so much as a God of fear. But, you know, you point that out to Christians and they're like, no, he's God of love. And it's like, when? Obviously, I think most of you know I grew
up in the
up
New Testament.
What do you mean?
You said, when is he a God of love? I said, in the New Testament.
No.
When he becomes suddenly more nicer.
No. That whole, like, you accept Jesus and you go to heaven, that still has the threat of hell if you don't do that. That is the nice God.
No. I'm just saying, there in the Bible, New Testament God and Old Testament God are very different people.
Oh, absolutely. What I'm saying is that he's never a God of love at any point in the Bible. He's always a God of fear. And so, I think most of you know I grew up in a private Christian school. From 4th grade to 12th grade, I always had a Bible class. And I always attended school chapels on Wednesdays. And I went to church on Sundays, and I usually had, like, a youth group on Tuesday or Thursday. I have done a lot of scripture reading. I've read through the Bible entirely on my own. There's just so much in it that's like, wow, Christians really don't like to talk about this verse here, do they? Because it looks really fucking bad. One of the
they also like to ignore a bunch of them.
One of the best arguments against Christianity is the verses in the Bible itself, like the ones that say slavery is okay or polygamy. But I'm like getting riled up from this. Christians love to, like, have these beliefs that they think are right, like marriage is sacred. And it's like, no, it fucking isn't. What are you talking about? Yeah, according to the Bible, Lucifer is crazy fucking hot. He's not like this red horned demon. I think he's like made of instruments, which is kind of like, oh, that's neat. And he's supposed to be hot. That's neat, but...
Well, I mean, he was an angel.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Air. We're walking through the rat cave.
He's one of the seraphim.
Mm-hmm. You could play his flute. You could Montero him and give him a lap dance. And then snap his neck and take his place, Ramus. I don't really care for, oh god, what's that guy? What's that rapper's name? I should know it. He did Monroe, he did Old Country Roads. He did some other third song that I think is great. Christians hate this guy. They absolutely hate this rapper because he likes to do things like hate to alarm you. Uh-oh. I guess you made plans for the afterlife. No, this guy, he loves pissing off Christians. Yeah, Hunt, so that's the Kupo Redeem. It means I have to be a Moogle for a day.
He's Mooglin today.
Yeah.
Great King Mooglin.
Yeah.
The reincarnation of the Great King Moogle Mog.
I can't even get it off. That's not a phrase you hear from me usually. Anyway. No, this rapper, what is his fucking name? Who did Old Town Road?
Lil Nas?
Lil Nas, that's his name. High Global, it does not fit. It does not. Lil Nas, Christianity and just Christians seem to fucking hate this guy. And so a lot of his stuff is just like, fuck them, I'm just gonna do shit to piss them off. And I love that. I love that so much.
Wait, why do they hate him specifically?
Cause he's black, he's a rapper, and he's gay. And he's all three at once.
Nice.
That's stupid.
Euland is fluffy, drunk, and slurly. I'm not drunk and slurly.
I don't think he's any of those things right now.
You don't think I'm fluffy? Oh, my hand is in a weird spot.
I mean, you've only got hair on your head. How are you fluffy? Your hair isn't even poofy.
I'll agree with you. But I still like being called fluffy, damn it.
Like Cookie's fluffy.
Yeah, so they really didn't like him. And so he made the Monero music video that was like, look at me, I'm fucking the devil. Ooh, fuck you, Christians. And that riled him up so much. And then he started selling shoes with Satan's blood in them. It was just like, oh my god, this fucking guy, you can't stop him. And then he made the, I forget the name of the song, but it's the one where he's in prison. And literally in the music video, there's a scene where it's like 10 naked dudes just breakdancing in the shower. And I fucking love seeing people react to that, because they're like, hey, we're gonna watch the new Lil Nas album. Let's go. Okay, this song's good. And then just the breakdance scene comes on. They're like, oh yeah, what the fuck, yo? What the fuck was that? It's so funny. Because, like, there's the people that hate him that react to that, right? And then there's the people that are like, yo, I love his music. I mean, he's gay. I don't really care about that, but because the music's good, right? And then they see stuff like that, and they're just like, come on, man. Can you be less gay? It's so funny to me.
Nah, be as gay as you want to be.
Well, so, like, most artists that are gay don't have them and 10 other dudes doing a dance sequence in the prison showers for their music video. And it's so just like...
that's funny.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
It is funny.
It's so fucking funny. I need a drink.
Like, I don't really care for this guy's music, but bro, this sounds great.
A drink of water. Yes. You should be drinking at all points. A rump. No, he, I don't really care for his music so much. Not that I think it's bad. When I actually listen to it, I'm like, yo, this is good. It's just like, not the genre I want to listen to. But Lil Nas, oh my god, I fucking love the guy. I love him so much. I thought he was super fucking funny when he collabed with League of Legends. And he's like, I'm gonna be their CEO for the day. So we're adding butt-naked Udyr to the game or something stupid like that.
I see. I don't know who this is.
Music video for them.
Say that again, Cookie?
He made a song for League of Legends.
Yes, he did.
I like that song. Good song.
Chat, you can't really see this because my left arm is behind my body, but my hands are at the same height. For whatever reason, my left hand is just like raised a foot from where it actually is. Yulin, will you say Kupo occasionally? I intend to add that as a different redeem at some point. I'll add like a 5-minute Kupo speech thing where I have to say Kupo at the end of everything. Eventually. Eventually.
I was expecting the smart-ass comeback of, how about you Kupo these nuts? That's your response, but hey.
No. Oh, this hand. It shouldn't be bothering me this much. Because, like, my hips are great. My hips are right where I want them. And that's the thing that's usually the problem.
It's not one tracker, it's another.
If it's not one tracker, it's another, for real. I don't know what's causing all these issues. But oh well. We're at the end of Brisbane Wilds.
You only have this error when you're on the treadmill?
I've probably had it other times, but like, there's been ways to fix it. I've only noticed it when I'm on the treadmill. Before the treadmill streams, it was a lot easier to stay dead center of my tracking area. So like right now, I'm actually kind of close to a corner of it.
Maybe it's that.
I've got a tracker like there, and the other one's way behind me. And I'm in the play space, but oh man, there's been a bunch of WoW news lately, and I'm like so hyped and excited for WoW right now. I don't know what class I want to play. Shaman looks good, Rogue looks good, but I can't play the new Rogue. They're getting a whole rework in a month or two, and then Hunter also looks good. And I'm just like, shit. They all seem fun.
I do like Beastmaster Hunter.
So if I play Hunter, I'm gonna play Survival, which is melee.
Oh.
That is, spears are my favorite weapon. So I love anytime I get to use spears. And that's like,
I just like Beastmaster Hunter for exotic pets.
that is a very,
That's all I care about.
that is also a very appealing thing. So right now, I have a tank pet and a DPS pet. My tank pet is this cute little beetle. He's tiny. He's just a dinky little beetle, but the fact that he's the tank pet and like takes no damage is really funny to me. My DPS pet is a weird looking like half dragon, half tiger thing. It looks like a tiger, but then it's got like a ridge of dragon scales down its back. Normally, I hate wolves and cats. Hey, lost one, your first one. Get him out of here.
Oh my god. An actual bot?
Yeah. Normally I hate cats and wolves in WoW. Because they're like the super common pets that everybody has, right? But I don't see anybody using them lately. or they're using like old models. Nobody's using these dragon cat things, and so I was like, oh, well, if nobody's using them, that makes me want to use them. Although I was heavily debating
as a
getting a
Horde
Scorpion.
player, I went all the way to the Draenei Alliance Zone just to get the stupid white two-headed dog.
Yeah. I think there's a new place you can get it that's not necessarily easier, but you don't have to go flag for PvP to get it. This hunter is actually Horde. It's a, what are the type of elf? They're the ones that came out in Legion that are an allied race for the Horde.
Oh, the wannabe night elves?
Yeah. The Shal'dorei? The Nightborn, that's what they are, the Nightborn. That's what this hunter is. My rogue is a human, my shaman is a Draenei. Those are the three classes that I'm really looking. I was very briefly looking at Druid.
Space Goat.
But my Druid is on a different server. And if I really like think about it, every time I try to play Druid, I fucking suck at them. So I'm like, I shouldn't. Stay away from Feral or Balance.
Druids can be complicated. They have a lot of stuff you gotta pay attention to.
They're so like dot management heavy. And it's not like
Bro, but I
maintaining
love
a lot of
Druid
dots.
so much.
I do too. They're getting all new forms. High Icy Fire. They're getting all new forms. There's getting like 2 different bear forms and a bunch of colors for them. They're getting like 2 cat forms and a raptor form, which is a cat form, and a whole bunch of colors for them. They're getting 2 different moonkin forms. They're getting a new owl form. Just so many things. I'm like, oh, that looks so good and tempting. And they kind of have to, because the next patch is
WoW again.
The next patch is Emerald Nightmare stuff. So it's like, oh, this is the Druid patch. But Druid is super tempting to me. I'm really looking at Outlaw Rogue. Flitting around in Gaslighting Core. I would never do that global. Black Veil Suit. Oh yeah, today I made Monster Hunter plans with Icy Fire. Is Gigi gonna be there? Or is it just you and me? Because if it's just you and me, I'd rather not do Black Veil.
You just doing world?
Yeah. Oh, for when Spacefish was just us were doing Black Veil? Fine. Are we practicing Black Veil so we don't embarrass ourselves like last time so we can impress the femboy? Sure. I don't care.
No double card at the very beginning.
Oh god, I wanted to fucking die. When Spacefish was streaming, she was like, what would be some good goals for the charity stream? And I was like, Monster Hunter Rise stream. And I was like, yo!
Right.
She didn't get far in Rise. And so I'd really like to see her go through it more. High Ordinary. Yeah, I'd really like to see Spacefish go through Rise. She's played World a lot. She got to Furious Rajang, and she tried to derail it to be like, oh, maybe World would be a good charity goal. High Core. But I was like, no, Rise. Gay Burb. That tracks. You gay? Whoa! How dare you? No, you cannot cage Core. She needs to be free and spread her wings. She won't spread her wings, she'll just take a nap, but she needs to be able to. I don't even know what I'm fucking saying. She has packages to deliver? True. Although thankfully she doesn't work today. I watched the PSO NGS headline with Core yesterday. And we were expecting it to be really bad because there's a YouTuber that I watch, that she is friends with, who was like, "This is the worst headline ever. It was so bad." And we went into it like just knowing about the title of that video, like, damn, they're gonna announce some not cool shit. But they announced an Oshinoko collab, which is like fucking hell yeah. And people were like, "Are we gonna get new abilities soon?" And the game was like, "No. But you're going to be able to edit and alter your existing abilities," which is like, holy shit, that's insane. I want to do that. Spread your Corvid? And no! These are at the same height. My left hand is just floating. No, oh, Core, I don't know if you were just saying hi or not. I got the seasonal weapon, and I upgraded. I only got it to 63. I don't have a lot of gold trimmed swords left after upgrading my Verschmel's weapon, but I got it to 63. I didn't get to use it all today. I did all my dailies, and then I upgraded it because I had so much extra time because I woke up a little earlier than usual. It looks kind of weird. It looks kind of like, I don't know, just kind of a mix between low graphics and high graphics, because it just seems really simple, but then it's got a bunch of crazy lights on it. But the bonus on it, holy cow. It's like an extra 40% to seasonal enemies. I am eager to see what it does today. Oh, also today's a good Lucille farming day, Core. If you wanted to do that today, now is a good day. The damage buffs were extra hit on critical hits, extra critical chance, and extra critical potency. So the star is the extra hit, and I think red and green were the crit potency and crit chance. And so you should shred the boss. I was able to kill mine the one time I did it today. Oh, I want ice cream.
I want ice cream.
I was watching Gigi yesterday, and she was like, "We're gonna watch some videos," and then like somebody in the video was like, "Yo, my ice cream," and she's like, "I don't want to stream anymore. I just want to eat ice cream and watch anime. Can I end stream and eat ice cream?" We're all sitting there in chat going, "No!" Ice cream, Elin? Core, I got a bunch of cookies yesterday. My parents had this party with their friends, and my mom made this massive plate of cookies. And at the end of that, she was like, "Do you want any of these?" And I was like, "I want all of these." But she was like, "No, actually, you're going to ruin your diet, so I'll deal with them." And I was like, No. You let me worry about my diet. I want these. But she ended up giving a bunch to people to take home, and gave me a bag of like 6 of them. And they're like big cookies, so I'm like, they're literally on my desk right over there. Oh, I accidentally triggered your hearts. They're on my desk over there, and as soon as stream ends, I'm just gonna be like, Yep.
So today is a 0 progress day. Got it.
No. We're gonna have a lot of extra sugar, but our calories are gonna stay the same. Seafood. I was like, seafood
That's
exclusive.
also my diet.
My diet used to be, I feel hungry, I eat a meal, and I just ingest a shit ton of carbohydrates. Which we gotta fix. I'm at 1 meal a day right now, and because of that and exercising, I'm losing a ton of weight. Last time I weighed, I had lost 24 pounds. It's been a few days since I weighed myself. I'm absolutely gonna go goblin mode on those cookies. 100%. And I'm hoping I don't gain a pound or two from them. I've been losing at a rate of like half a pound a day. But oh, they were so good. I am not on an incline at all. We are flat. It is nice and easy today. But we are at 2.3 miles. Oh, god damn it. Lovely.
Oh, Icy gone to the
So
bank,
we're gonna be
making a
able to adjust that,
withdrawal.
Yulin.
Say that again, Cookie?
When are we gonna be able to adjust that for you?
Oh, you can adjust it now. 200 bits is 1% incline. Shirkan and Ramus have been working on the extension. I haven't checked in with them recently. They've made an update. I just need to be like, hey, I have time. Do you? But for right now, 200 bits is 1 incline. It'd be foolish to do it today.
2%.
Because we're already half through the day, but... Thank you, Icy Fire. We're at 2% now. God, I love that timing. It'd be foolish to do it today, buddy. Yeah, we haven't had incline for a while.
Need the incline.
I can already feel the slight difference, and it's not harder yet. I can just like, I can tell it's gonna be hard in an hour. Oh boy.
So it's all right. This is all in the name of becoming cuter.
All in the name of becoming cuter. We get the shredded tummy, and then we Fansly, and that'll be fun as fuck. I actually calculated the days yesterday. Day 100 will be in October. So I think after stream today, I'm going to set up the whole tip goal for Subnautica for October. I say that, and then I'm thinking, what am I fucking thinking? Why am I doing this? It's because I'm a greedy sellout, that's why. But
yeah,
I'm going to do a Subnautica goal for day 100.
Oh, I forgot you're scared of the ocean.
Yeah, it's gonna be 12 hours of Yulin just sitting in the escape pod crying.
I don't think I'll do it in VR. I think in
That's
VR
too
that
much.
might be a little much for me. I might try it just to see, like, what is it like? Is it triggering anything? But I 100 expect it to. If not in the beginning,
What was it?
then certainly later on. When you're at like the darker water. And so I'll probably play in desktop. The other thing is that, like, I could not try to beat the game. I could just try to make a pretty base, right? And then I could stay in the shallow area where it might not scare me. Because sometimes in water, it seems to be connected to how dark the water is. If it's like really bright,
We gotta go out there, Yulin.
with
Gotta
like
go
red and green
way out
corals, I don't seem to get scared there. But it's when it's like really dark, murky water, and I'm like, oh,
So you're not gonna go into the submarine and like stuff like that and go really deep into the water?
I mean, maybe. If I'm playing desktop, I feel like I'll try to beat the game. I don't know. We're undecided as of right now.
At some
It
point you
doesn't
gotta
count
get a
as a
little back-
spook game if you don't do the spook part of the game.
Yes, it does, damn it. Yes, it does.
Leviathans.
No, it doesn't.
Leviathans.
Yes, it does, damn it.
Leviathans. Meow.
And the only ones
You
that
gotta
have a say
you
on
gotta
that
go
are me.
you gotta
and
go
the people
toe-to-toe
that
with
pay the money.
Leviathan. Okay, I'm gonna pay the money.
No!
Yeah, you just asked for it. We're going as far down as we can go, sir.
Oh, no. Okay, here's what we'll probably do.
I am 100% sure Matthews agrees with me, and he's probably gonna front most of the money.
Here's what we'll probably do. We will probably do, I try to beat the game, and when I get to a point where I'm like, oh, I'm scared and I can't handle this, then we'll stay in the shallow areas and do base building. That is probably the way it'll go. My
I
hand...
remember there was a YouTuber I was watching that was doing Subnautica, and he has like something he's scared of. It's like one of the fishes. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like anything that looked like an octopus or something, like crab-like.
So
those things that can pull you out of your vehicle?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're like mine crabs that teleport you out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are scary.
He has a... No, like he actually has like anything that looks like anything that looks like that scares the living shit out of him because he has a phobia of
It's
it.
definitely not
So
playing Baldur's Gate.
So he actually used the mod to remove it from Subnautica
That's funny.
because that was how much he could. That was how much he could not play the game. He couldn't play it just because of that one fucking fish.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Mm-hmm.
No, so the big thing when my fear happened for me, the big moment I remember was in Twilight Princess. In the water temple, you get the Zora tunic to breathe underwater, and you also get, even before that, you get the steel boots. And you kind of combine the two to like go down to the bottom, walk around, or you take the steel boots off to like swim around fast. I went through the temple, basically no issue. There are a few hallways that like were small and kind of creeped me out, but like they weren't long. And so I kind of just got through them like really quickly, so it was fine. But at the end, hi Johan.
Last night.
Right at the end, not even the boss fight, but right before it, you use the big boss key on the door. The chains go down, and it's just a small room with a hole in the ground.
Oh.
And you look in the hole,
Mm-hmm.
and there's water, and you cannot see the bottom of the hole. It's just water that goes down into a dark abyss. And I looked at that, and it was just everything in my body was like, this is the most horrifying thing in the world. The idea of jumping into this is just asking to drown stuck in a pipe somewhere. Now, you can breathe underwater in this game. You literally have the Zora tunic.
Yeah.
But I was just looking at it like, I don't want to go. We're talking about my phobia of water and drowning at the moment. We've covered a few topics. When I played this game, I was probably like 16. I remember like I had to get up in my room and like pace around for 5 minutes. Just like building up the courage. It's fine. You can breathe underwater. It's a video game. There's literally no chance of you drowning. It's a video game. Like just working myself up for 5 minutes in my room. And then like I went to go jump in. I was like, no. Worked myself up for another minute. Jumped in. And then I did the boss fight fine. The room was pretty dark at first and that was unsettling. But then the boss comes out and it lights up. And so I was like, okay, I can handle this. This isn't so bad. I literally struggled more with just jumping into the hole to go fight the boss than the actual boss.
Yeah, that boss is not hard to fight.
No.
It's not hard. It's just the entrance. He's like,
And like most people don't even think about the entrance. Most people are like, doors open, hole, go in, boss. But for me, it was
jump
just
in.
like,
Let's go.
for me, it's just like, oh god, oh I hate this so much. And like, I don't think I even fully realized what was happening at the time. I think I was just like, why am I so afraid of this? And this is where I like thinking about it a few days after. I was like, I think I'm scared of drowning. Well, I'd always known I was scared of like water, but I was wondering why that triggered it in the video game. What's up?
I'm also scared of drowning too. It's just that I have I got it from Mario 64.
Oh. What was
Because of,
it
like,
in that?
I hated going to Diodar Docks? Literally, like when you enter in 64, you go to the door to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Is like that entire water. I hated that one. I avoided that map like completely. Never went into that world. I went into it once, drowned, and immediately was like, nope, never going back in there.
So
Never going back in there. I'm sitting over here.
there's a lot of things in water that can trigger phobias. Most people think it's thalassophobia, which is afraid of stuff in the water, which is like sharks, or in the deep dark, like the weird abyss creatures like anglerfish or like giant squids that grab you, right? For most people afraid of water, it's thalassophobia. For me, it's just drowning, which mostly for me triggers from like water where it's murky and you can't see what's there. There's also, I think there's a phobia with the ocean of just the vastness of it. When you get out in the ocean and then you don't see anything in any direction, I think that's like a different classification.
That's that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's mine.
Okay.
I don't like that.
And so, for my life, when I was 2 years old, I fell in the pool. Apparently, I sank like a rock. But my dad saw me, instantly dove in and got me out. And I was fine. I don't know if this triggered like my fear of drowning, but when I bring up, I'm scared of drowning, my parents go, oh, it's because you almost drowned when you were 2. I don't remember it at all. I do remember when I was like 4 or 5, they put me in swimming lessons. And it took me 6 months until I came home with a trophy that said, I did not cry at swim lessons today. Apparently all the other kids were like, yay, we get to play in the pool, and I was just crying the whole time. I'm actually a great swimmer. I'm actually like pretty good in the water. I hate it. I hate swimming. When my friends would take me to the lake, I actually would try to not go in the water. Or like I'd go in, stay in for 5 minutes, and then get out. And I remember my dad's friend noticing, being like, why do we always take you to the lake if you never go in the lake? I was like, oh, just, the boat's cool. The boat's the cool part. And I think me complimenting his boat, he was like, all right, you know what's up. This is a good kid. Hold on. I remember someone throw a nail on my forehead. Is that bad? What? What is the context of that? I need a little bit more, Johan. But yeah. Anytime there's water in games, sometimes it freaks me out. In Sonic Adventure 2, the water would freak me out. But I think that was mostly just because of, like, once you're underwater for 20 or 30 seconds, it starts doing the really panicky, like, you're drowning music. And that was fucking...
That's what it was for me. That's what triggered it for me.
Yeah, that's fucking...
Sonic game.
That's fucking panic-inducing. That must have been a fucking big nail.
Sonic game was a fucking...
Or I guess it just got you with the point. Yeah, that fucking sucks. Hopefully it was like a new nail? Master Chef touches water and fucking died. No! Monster Hunter Tri? No issue with water. None whatsoever. I'd swim around in that game.
Because you don't go into the deep.
There's 1 or 2 parts where you go into the deep. But you have, like, infinite water breathing. I don't know. It's also, like, not super clear water. There's a fight where you go fight Cadius, and later on Abyssal Logiocris, and I was just totally fine with them. I don't know, but like, then there's times where like I joined Core in a Wispy World, and I noticed like, oh, that's an aquarium wall behind us. We're underwater, and my heart just starts going like, bum 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 bum, and I'm like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. Most of the time it happens, it's like in passing, but that time it was like I don't know, I think I got in my head a bit. Because I was like, oh, we're underwater and I don't want to be here. And then I started thinking like, oh, but we're like meeting people here and waiting for people to group up, so we're going to be here a while. I want to leave, but I can't leave. I can't leave, but I really want to leave. And so just like that loop going in my head made it so much worse. And I was just like, yeah, I gotta go. And I went upstairs above water, and everybody was just like, what the fuck was that? I thought it was super clear at the time. I thought it was like, hey, I'm uncomfortable and I don't want to be underwater. So I'm gonna go upstairs where I'm not underwater. That's how it went in my head, right? But then what they heard was, I'm leaving, bye. I don't know. I don't fully understand it.
I don't know. I've never had a game trigger my fear of heights.
That's nice. Anytime I'm high up, I have like an appreciation of like, I'm high up and if I fell, I could die. But I'm never like scared to the point of shaking. Like I've been on the roof multiple times. And I've been like up in towers where like you can't even see details on the ground. You can just tell you're hundreds of feet up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I get scared being 5 foot up a ladder.
Now, is that scared like you're uncomfortable, but you can still do it? Or is it like, no, I gotta get down?
Oh, it is uncomfortable, but this is as far as I can go.
Okay.
Like the higher I get up the ladder, the worse it gets.
The nail on a nail gun? There is a, there's a Penn and Teller sketch called Nail Gun that I absolutely love, where they're explaining that magic is just memorization, and that they have, you know, put in tricks into their bit to subvert danger, so long as they remember the perfect thing. So they're, I think Penn is the one that talks. He's talking about how he has this nail gun, and he just remembers the sequence. It's like, nail open, and he's like very confidently shooting the nail gun into his hand or onto the table, and nails are only coming out when it's going into the table. And how a lot of magic that looks super dangerous involves them shooting blanks when the audience would perceive it as dangerous. And he's going through this speech. It's like a 5-minute speech about magic is memorization and what the essence of magic tricks is. And the whole time, he's like just shooting the table with nails or shooting his hand with blanks. And there's one time where he goes, that's why I know that I'm going to shoot my hand and there's going to be a dud. And then the next 2 times I shoot the table, there's going to be nails. So, dud, nail, and then the nail doesn't come out. And he just stares at it like he's messed up the sequence. And the audience is laughing, right? Oh my god, I can't. I'm trying Icy. My hand is way off on tracking, so that was really hard to click. He very clearly messed up the sequence, and a nail didn't go into the table that was supposed to. What is happening? I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna try and realign it. Hand? What is happening? Why is it so off? I think that's better. It's not better at all. I don't know what's going on with my hand. But yeah, in the sketch, he's like counting. And then he goes back into it like he just remembered where he went wrong and was able to figure it out. It's... I've totally derided with the story, and it's incomprehensible at this point. Penn and Teller Nail Gun. Another nail gun sketch is by Whitest Kids You Know. That's one's really fun. I think that might be like the first Whitest Kids You Know sketch I saw. But,
There we go.
hi, Icy Fire.
Bye.
These kids, their parents go to the store to buy anal lube or something. And these 3 kids are like, that means we can play with the nail gun. And they accidentally kill the youngest brother. But it's okay, because they bring him back with the Necronomicon. Anyway. Cookie's just like, what? What? As one often does, you know? You are my left hand? I'd believe that, Global. This hand is fucking possessed right now. I literally, it's just floating in front of me. And it's really annoying, because it keeps giving me, haptics for, like, clicking the buttons on Streamlabs. Okay. I don't know who's played Baldur's Gate. Blizzard fucking ripped this from Baldur's Gate. This is just the Underdark. This is the Zarlek Caverns in WoW. They fucking ripped this from Baldur's Gate. They just...
I don't know. Someone at Blizzard's gonna send Yuland an angry email today and be like, look, I've heard you say this for like the 17th time on stream. Can you
I'm gonna
stop?
say it. I'm gonna say it every time, Lost One.
White Scar.
Hi, White Scars. Thank you for the follow. No shelter for those who impose the Imperium of Man. Ah. What does
That's
Imperium
supposed to be,
mean? Like, what is the definition of Imperium?
Warhammer reference?
It definitely sounds like a Warhammer thing, right? But I'm like, I don't understand what Imperium is. I want a definition.
You want me to Google Imperium for you?
Kind of. I kind of do.
Alright, give me a second.
Oh god, what are we at? 3.1 miles? Oh boy. We turned the incline on at 2.5. And immediately it's like, oh boy, we've, difficulty's gone up.
Okay, you ready for the definition?
I am.
Okay, Imperium means absolute power.
So there's no
So,
shelter.
The translation is...
There's no safe place for those who impose the absolute power of man.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that saying against mankind, and that it's more like nature should be in control, and that those who impose the power of man are like destined to struggle? Or is that saying that imposing the power of man is a responsibility and there will always be enemies, and it's a difficult job for those that do it?
Oh god, here comes the philosophy guy.
I'm just curious. It's saying chaos sucks. Go against man and you'll die. So those who impose the power of man are heretics and must be purged. So what is it saying should be in control if not man? Is it saying like just natural order, natural chaos should be like what's in control, and when mankind tries to go against that, oh, the Emperor? Gotcha.
No, it's saying that mankind is the only thing that should be in control.
Well, no, White Scars is saying those that impose the power of man are heretics and must be purged. Which kind of separates man from the Emperor. Which I guess in 40k they think of the emperors as like gods, right?
Well, it's only the one emperor.
Oh. I thought there was like the emperor and then the 16 right under him or something, and all of them were kind of like practically gods. I'm very unfamiliar with 40k.
No.
Scene.
I mean, it's a really old game with like a shit ton of lore, and there's a shit tons of factions, and all of those factions have lore. It's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah, for sure. We're only at 3 miles. Oh boy.
But the thing you need to know about the emperor is he's sitting on a throne that if he gets up off of will destroy the galaxy, and that the throne is killing him.
Oh. That's a conundrum. How long does he have till he dies?
Oh, I mean, technically he's immortal, so as long as life support doesn't fail forever.
So wait, but it's killing him? Is it killing him or just hurting him?
No. It's killing it. Okay, so the Emperor is like an immortal being who, if he wasn't on the throne, would live forever because he's the strongest psionic in the universe.
Okay.
But some dumbass... So the throne was meant to amplify the power of whoever sat on it, and the Emperor went off to fight some guys, and this dumbass was like, the Emperor's not on the throne, I'll sit on the throne, and I'll gain infinite power. So he sits on the throne and he breaks it. And he opens up like a portal to some like evil hell space place. So the Emperor now has to sit on the throne to keep the portal closed.
Huh.
It's close enough, Global. I'm not gonna bring up the entire page and go through the entire lore of the throne and why it's killing the Emperor and why he has to sit on it.
I like the idea of the Emperor coming back and being like, General Guy, what happened while I was in Hawaii? Well...
No, he went to war. He was fighting in a battle. He
Okay.
didn't go to Hawaii.
For my joke, he went to
kill
Hawaii.
a bunch of motherfuckers.
God damn it, lost one for my joke, he
Okay.
went to Hawaii. Shut up.
I got it. I got
well,
the
Your
joke from
Highness,
Hawaii.
somebody, not saying who, but somebody, sat on the throne and opened a portal to an alternate reality that threatens existence. Okay. Do we have a plan? Well, you could sit on the throne and stop that. Okay, yeah, so I just sit on the throne and close it? Well, more like hold it closed. Okay, but like, close it permanently? Well, no, like extremely temporarily. Like constantly. And the Emperor's just like, oh, god damn it.
So him sitting on the throne is constantly using his pure psychic will. It's so he can't use that will to regenerate his body.
Oh.
Which he would normally do, which makes him immortal. So the throne is constantly killing him. But his consciousness can't die, so as long as life support doesn't fail, he'll just sit on the throne being miserable for all eternity.
That is miserable. The Emperor's cake is blocking Oblivion's gate. Wow. So when the guy broke the throne, did he die in the process, or is he just like thrown in jail and the Emperor's
he got
super mad at him?
No, he fucking died. He got super fucking killed.
Okay.
He sat on the throne and it was more powerful than his puny little body could handle.
So he just sat on it and immediately popped like popcorn, and everybody's like, "Oh fuck!" And then some just portal opened up.
I don't know. It's been so long since I've read the lore for it, but I just know he just super died. But I like to think that yes, he popped like popcorn.
Is there an order of lust? Is there some order that gets some measure of strength from sex? The absolute disappointment in your silence. I'm just wondering which order would be right for me. Okay, the Order of Plague does not sound like the Order of Sex.
Ah, yes, man is called the Order of Sex. I see.
Because Dee is a fucking turbo nerd with that stuff, Global. Of course she's gonna know a lot about it. And I don't know anything about 40k. Other than there's big space marines. But not the StarCraft space marines.
They go pew pew pew. They go pew 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 pew.
They go pew pew pew.
I love the fact that That Global thought I'd know anything about 40k. That's hilarious.
All right, Global.
It's like D.
Why would I be an
He
Emperor's
knows more
children?
about 40k than you, of course.
The bolter goes boom.
I mean, he has a point. It does just shoot out a giant steel rod.
Oh, so they've got a rebar gun.
Like a rebar cannon.
Hmm.
Yeah, I keep seeing
Space
the,
Marines are
this
giant as
free-
fuck, and the gun that they use is giant as fuck.
Hmm.
Normal people actually can't lift the gun.
Hmm. You're not going to explain it, but that's the thing I need, Global.
Yeah,
I don't understand the explanation at
time.
all. Yeah, we got time. We're not going anywhere.
Time.
True, we've got like a whole nother hour and 30 minutes.
Well, here's the thing. If we end this
Yes.
video at 4.9, we gotta go into the next video. And so,
True.
there's a high chance we do a degree of 2, a 2-degree incline for like 7 miles today. Okay. Are the Space Marines actually stronger? Or is it the suit? Or are they stronger so that they can handle the suit and they are actually stronger?
They are selectively chosen and genetically altered.
Okay.
A Space Marine is no longer 100%, air quotes, human.
Gotcha. And there's a lot of automation in the armor, right? They're not just like deadlifting it, right?
No, they're deadlifting the arm.
The armor is 4,000 pounds and they're deadlifting it.
Yeah. Bro, to become a Space Marine is like brutal.
Holy
like
shit.
what I think it's like 1% of the people who are chosen to become a Space Marine actually become a Space Marine. The rest of them die trying to.
Oh god.
They
Deadlifting
don't leave,
4,000 pounds
they die.
seems really dumb. Why couldn't they automate the joints a little bit? 1 out of 50,000 make it. Yeesh.
That's why they get pissed off whenever you lose one.
40k is derpy.
I
mean,
mean,
okay.
40k is like based in like a hellscape. I mean, there's nothing nice or good that ever happens there.
It sounds less derpy and more like extravagant metal. Like, just throwing out things that are so ridiculous and obscene, but would be totally fucking metal and hardcore. Like lifting 4,000 pounds. There is no happiness, no peace, only war. Damn. That sucks. Don't want to be isekai'd into 40k.
I mean, 40k. Every religion in 40k is also just a cult.
Mm-hmm.
You accept their religion or you die. There is no middle ground.
Kors showed me something recently that was like somebody complaining that all sci-fi is really dystopian, and that it's like all sad and that there's no happy sci-fi stuff. And everybody in the comments was like, no fucking shit. It's an analogy for the present, not describing the future we all want. What are you talking about? Okay. Pick any fantasy setting. And by fantasy, I mean just like fiction setting. Pick any fiction setting you would want to be isekai. Like if you just got ReZero isekai, just you disappeared and just blinked, and when you opened your eyes, you'd be in that world. Which one do you pick?
None of them. They all suck.
Really?
It's hard. You have to give me a moment because I have to look through a list of fucking isekai animes.
You could pick something like Stardew.
You say being isekai'd into something, and the great thing about this is you don't get to pick what you are when you're in that something.
No, I said isekai like ReZero. So you're exactly the same.
What do you mean? Oh, so I'm me with no new powers. I got
Literally, just
Yes.
you. You blink your eyes, you open them, you're in a fiction world. It is the
that rules
ReZero
out any
isekai.
place with magic.
Not necessarily. You just have to start
Yeah.
learning it later than
No,
everybody.
you could be. That's gonna be super
Gaia, bro,
hard.
I'm already halfway dead. Let's be
This
honest.
Gaia? Who said this Gaia? Oh my god.
Warhammer all the way? Fuck no. I would be
I
looking
wouldn't
at
wanna go to
worlds
Warhammer.
that have comfortable living standards. So like Pokemon doesn't sound that bad to be isekai'd into.
Hmm. I mean, there are some.
You say that
You
till you
got,
get
like, the
stung to death
gods.
by a bee drill.
No.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, like, I don't think anyone can actually get killed in Pokemon.
I mean, so it depends on which Pokemon you. If you go by the
In the
games or the
anime,
anime,
Yes.
Pokemon's a great place to live
Yeah.
in. It seems like they have zero money
If you're talking
issues
about
and
the
can
manga,
just
that's different. The manga's brutal.
the manga. People fucking die. Not just the Pokemon die, but I think people
Yes.
die in that one.
Yeah.
So maybe not Pokemon. I don't know. I'd want something where I could just make a living and be comfortable. No conquest, no like
Oh no.
attempt to get glory. Just like, what could I do to find an easy living? There's a lot of jokey isekai.
Like I'm looking through. Yeah, like I'm looking through some of these, and I'm like, Made in the Abyss is a very, really bad option.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Made in the Abyss, where you can go down a hole, but you can never go back up. the
Well,
hole.
okay. How bad is life if you never go in the hole? Right? So, like, what if you popped up in the town at the top? Is that bad? I've never seen Made in Abyss.
I mean, then you just have
Not
to get
really.
a regular ass fucking job. You just be a regular ass person.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a side grade, not really an upgrade.
Yeah.
No game, no
The whole
life is
point
actually
of Made in
a
Abyss is to
decent one.
become an adventurer and go down the hole to quest for glory.
No. I mean, if you want to
You're
go
like,
explore the hole, sure, go for it. But that's not what I'm looking for sure. I feel like Fairy Tail might not be that bad. Fairy Tail seems like it's all about, learn some magics that are fucking convenient for you. And other than that,
Bro, that's a shonen anime. That's about battle and combat. Come on.
yeah, for the main characters. And every now and then a town gets destroyed and it sucked to be there, but for the most part, you just live your
Bro,
life.
You might be in that town.
The problem
You
is,
might be in that town.
well, if you know the main characters in that town, just get the fuck out of Dodge. The problem with Fairy Tail is that everybody has that, right? And so it'd be a issue of like, it's not any easier for you because everybody has this, and capitalism's still there. So like, you'd have to work extra hard with all these conveniences. You'd like some anime.
I don't know. They're regular ass people.
If you like
without
Warhammer,
magical powers and fairy tale.
if you like Warhammer, you'd probably like Berserk. Anime is just like a genre. The type of anime in there is like
Death March is not bad.
literally all over the place. Berserk is about some guy named Guts with a big sword who's cursed and nothing ever goes right for him, and the world is fucking dark and depressing. Guts
and he
and
kills shit a lot.
Guts and any space marine would get along swell. You can train to thwart Tyrant Overlord Bale. What would be another one?
No, you gotta do Prinny Overlord build.
I
Are you
forgot
seeing?
about that one. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Which one did you see?
Interspecies reviewer.
No. I mean, okay.
I was looking through fantasies, man. I was like, oh, I forgot about that one. No.
I wouldn't mind being a monster girl in that
If
one.
you want to fuck monsters.
I did
That's
not
only if
fully
you want to
roleplay
fuck monster girls.
I don't think I did. I was talking to him a bit about World of Warcraft stuff this morning. I love White Scars with the, whoa, what did this person just say? I'll fucking say it. I don't think it'd be that bad to be a monster girl in Interspecies Reviewers. That sounds like a
I
good
think
time.
You'd be cute.
Which
Yes,
monster girl do you think I'd be?
I mean, I want you to be a Doulahan just because I like Doulahans, but hey, that's just me.
I saw Global.
Character anyway.
I saw.
I'd be a cat girl.
If I just had my choice of monster girls, I think I'd actually like to be a Lamia. Which everybody's like, fucking what?
Ooh, Lamia.
This is a stream about legs and walking.
Lamias are good.
How dare you? I think snakes are cool.
Slither.
I would enjoy being a Lamia.
I really like the Doulahan character. I would go with the Doulahan.
Okay, so you say the Doulahan character. Are you talking about monster girls in general? I don't know why I added Hunter. Or is there a specific Doulahan you're talking about?
I was talking about the Interview with Monster Girls anime, the Doulahan character.
Okay.
You know what a Doulahan is?
No,
I know
lost
what you're
one.
talking about.
You are talking about interviews with Monster Hunter, or I keep saying Monster
Oh,
Hunter.
yeah.
You were thinking about Interview with Monster Girls. Cookie and I were talking
Yeah.
about Interspecies Reviewer.
Oh, I haven't seen it. No.
It is a hentai. It is just a hentai
Yeah,
that is
I
labeled
know.
as an ecchi. So I was like, I don't remember a Doulahan and Interspecies Reviewer.
There's a salamander. That salamander's really nice, though.
White Scars. Hi, I'm a whore.
We're talking.
That should explain everything.
We're talking about stuff. White Scar.
No, okay.
Studios and no group.
Just the eyes, just whole. So, yeah, if I could just pick any monster girl, I'd pick a Lamia. Snakes just sound fun. I wouldn't want to be anything like extravagant or special, like a fucking like dragon girl.
That's not that bad.
Those feel like special and rare, right? Why would you pretend you didn't hear that? I feel like it's important information.
It is. This is. Yuland is very not say so.
He's not gonna know what say so means.
I know, that's why I used the word.
No, I'm trying to think if there's anything that would be particularly fun. I have thought harpies are really cool and cute in the past. And I still think they're, cool and cute. But, like, I don't know if I'd want to be one. Lamia just seems more suited to me.
Cora would be one.
Oh, of course, she'd be a harpy.
I've always liked Doulahans. But at the top of the list is Dragon Girls, but
COD Mobile, Purge the Heretics. From 40k to Isekai, you'd smash. True! 30 kills, no death? Hell yeah. Okay. What are we at? We're at 4 miles. We need another video. There's no way we get another mile out of this video. It's like 3/4 done. I've never played a single Call of Duty game, so not me.
I've only really played Modern Warfare 2. And it was only because I was forced to play it because of friends. Because it was like I visited a friend, and they were like, "Hey, let's play games together. Let's play Modern Warfare 2."
So
I don't like Modern Warfare 2.
why are you saying I should try it? Because by my taste, I typically just don't have fun with shooters. I don't think they're bad at all. They're just not for me. There's like 5 other genres of games I'd rather play before them. I feel like you're just saying you should try it because you really like it. No, for me, I definitely enjoy MMOs and group games. So things where it's like a 4-player survival game, that shit's top tier. MMOs. I really like comfy simulators
so we're gonna
like
play
Stardew.
Killing Floor, Yulin?
We're not gonna play Killing Floor.
Yeet, I know.
But it's a group game, and
No.
it's survival.
No.
Smiley face.
I am referring to things like Raft.
Ooh.
I know. I was referring things as horror games just
I
to
know.
fuck with you.
I've briefly played Minecraft. I need to play more of it.
Minecraft.
I need to do a playthrough with people. I don't really want to play it alone. Sit castles? Hell yeah. I have a picture of a tower saved in my pictures folder for the next time I play Minecraft, because when I found it, I was expecting to play Minecraft in a month. That was 3 fucking years ago. And so I've just had this dumb Minecraft tower in my folders. When it's like, oh, next time I play Minecraft, I'm going to recreate this thing.
Ah, yes. The Minecraft playthrough that'll never happen.
It'll happen someday. Just, I don't know when.
When you're 60?
When somebody's like, hey, Yulin, I'm playing Minecraft, and it's going to be a group thing, and you're coming. I'm all like, okay. Unless it's Foss. If it's Foss, I'll be like, no, fuck you.
Oh. I mean, Ein has a Minecraft server with a bunch of people playing on it.
I don't know Ein. I know he's in LoFam's
Oh.
chat sometimes, I guess.
He's one of LoFam's mods.
I don't doubt it. I just don't know if I've ever seen him type anything. Or if I
Oh.
have, it's very sparingly.
I mean, Ein does Ein things.
There's
He's in
comfy
the Discord
simulators.
a lot.
So things like Stardew. I fucking love Stardew. Stardew got me on a kick of like, I want to play all of the farming sim games. And I was looking at like Dinkum, Story of Seasons, and other stuff, and I didn't buy any of them. I don't know where Satisfactory, that's a factory simulator, right? That's kind of close to farming simulator, but kind of its own subcategory.
I don't know. You farm materials there.
Yulin,
A
Yeah.
farming
how about
simulator.
Harvest Moon?
So, I never played Harvest Moon. Story of Seasons is the successor to Harvest Moon, by the way, but on the GameCube, I was playing the Star Fox Adventures game. And my dad's boss's wife, she had a GameCube, and she was playing Harvest Moon. And she was like, oh, I really like this Harvest Moon game. I was like, oh, I really like Star Fox Adventures. And she was like, oh, okay. And she tried Star Fox Adventures, and she was just like, yeah, this game isn't for me. It's a little too hard. You should try Harvest Moon, though. And I was like, this is a farming game? Oh, no. And I wanted to be nice. But in my head, I was like, I'm not playing some dumb girl farming game. Now, after playing Stardew, I was like, fuck, I should have played Harvest Moon.
You should have played Harvest Moon.
I should have played
I
it.
mean, you can still. There's
I
nothing
can.
stopping you.
It's almost.
Yeah, but it would have, like, if I played in my childhood, it would have formulated my later years. It would have, like, changed who I am. And maybe... No, maybe it's better I didn't play it, because, like the clip, I'm fucking perfect. So maybe it's good that I didn't play it back then.
Like the clip on. Okay.
No, I remember I was gonna play Stardew with people, and I started playing it on my own to like learn the systems, and I was having so much fun I just never stopped. And it was like 110 hours later, I was just like, oh my god, guys, I got to this point, and they're like, we don't know what you're talking about because we've never gotten that far in the game. Oh, oops. But
Oops.
it's weird.
How far did you get, Yulin?
I got like halfway through Ginger Island.
Oh God.
Yeah, and so now I'm in a weird spot with Stardew because I do not want to start over that playthrough. I don't want to start a fresh run.
Yeah.
So I've just been like,
Understandable.
but I can't go back to old runs. If I haven't played them in a while, I'm like, oh, I'd rather just restart. But for some reason, Stardew's like, no, I'm attached to this. I don't want to restart. And so I just don't play it for a year. I did play it with a 2-man playthrough with Den. That was fun, but time is difficult. I've been planning a 4-man run with people for like a year now, and I don't think it's going to happen, but we keep talking about it now and then.
It's like D&D. Like, the more you add, the harder it is to get them to group up.
Yeah. I honestly think it's a perfect game with like 2 people. It's really fun solo, and it works better solo. When you have multiplayer, some of the things start getting weird, like the way time goes. If the next time I play it with somebody, I'm gonna have a few mods that like, of course, Icy, of course. I'm gonna have a few mods that like stop time when somebody's fishing or talking to somebody or in a cutscene, because I don't really care about like abusing shit to take care of time to make sure both people like run out of energy by the end. It's just so frustrating how much time you lose because you're like in a cutscene in the morning, but the other person isn't. So you get out of that cutscene and it's like 1 p.m. and you're like, cool, I lost the entire morning.
Oh, that does kind of suck.
Yeah, it also makes fishing way harder because solo, when you're fishing, time stops when you're fishing.
Really?
Not when it's like out, but when you're playing the minigame of it going up and down, time stops then. And so
I never noticed.
it's a lot easier to like go through your energy in a day of fishing. But when you're in a group, it's the worst fucking feeling when you fight with a fish for like 2 minutes and then lose it, and it's like you just spent 6 hours on this one fish and have nothing to show for it.
That kind of makes sense because I've only done multiplayer. I've never done a single player of Stardew. But I've watched people play Stardew. So I'm like, oh, I know most of the stuff. I don't just do fishing stuff, and then let other people like I do fishing and farming, and I just don't really bother with the fighting.
When you play solo, you have to do everything, and so you get a lot better sense of like all the stuff. You can kind of focus on one, but then you start needing the other stuff for that one thing, right? And so I played solo to learn all the systems, because when I play in a group, I typically hyper focus on one thing, and then I don't understand any of the other stuff.
Yeah, I hyper focused on fishing and farming mostly because like I understand, like with the farming, you know, just start the day, water your plants, then like get the scarecrows and stuff like that, and you get the auto water generation. Once you get that set up, you're like, okay, now I just have to start fishing and start to get the recycle system going.
The next time I play, I want to go super hard on animal husbandry. I just want to get like 3 fucking
takes
barns.
a little bit hard to start up though.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna do a lot of fishing to fund it, but just like I'm making barns. Oddly enough, animal husbandry is by far the most profitable activity in the game. I don't really want to do the thing that makes the most money, because the thing that makes the most money is having 10 pigs in a barn and collecting like 3 truffles from each of them every day. Because truffles sell for fucking massive profit once you send them through the oil machine, I think it is. Yulin wants to breed others, what a twist. True!
No, Yulin wants to be bred by others.
I'll be right back.
That's kind of the same thing, Lost One.
No, one involves you getting pregnant and the other involves someone else getting pregnant.
Right, but when you say breeding as a verb, it's kind of interchangeable with sex. So it's like saying Yulin wants to sex others, or Yulin wants to get sexed by others. Well...
I'm pretty sure you still just want to get sexed by others. I'm pretty sure I'm still right.
No. No, but okay. I know you don't,
Okay.
Global. I think shipping is kinda... I don't want to say cringe. I think shipping is really fun, but I think it can cause problems. There's reasons why people don't want you to ship. Which I know to you is just like, fuck it. I want to do it anyway. And it's like, well, so long as you don't piss people off, I'll allow it, but Joshi isn't concerned with the consequences. Yeah. You can hurt people with it, Global. And I wouldn't want you to do that. I had a friend a while ago who, he was a streamer. And his girlfriend was a streamer. And often they streamed together. But, sometimes they didn't. And she started hanging out with this other guy that was like a musician that would like sing songs. And everybody started shipping her and the musician guy together. And it was really like, hey, what the fuck? But like, the two that were a couple, they were kind of just like, we don't really like this, but like she's growing as a streamer because of it. Her numbers are going up. And so it sucks, but whatever, just don't talk about it. But also, like, what do? Do you just be like, hey, people are shipping us together, so I gotta stop hanging out with you because it makes my boyfriend... Like, the whole shipping thing is just... It's fun, but I only see it leading to problems. No, we would not make a natural couple, Global. We would be an awful couple. She wants to try new things and spend money on things. I'm like, I don't want new things. I want consistent, unchanging things, and I never want to leave the house. We would literally drive each other crazy, Global. Hewland wants a lot of other things other than cake farts. Hi, Matthews. We're at the raid.
I do agree with Matt.
Stop, you already sold me on it.
Like shipping imaginary people is great. Shipping real life people is great.
I agree to that, but Global just enjoys it. He just enjoys it, and who he is shipping me with, who is probably no secret to anybody, is also very mentally, like, aware of it and unharmed by it. Like, both Core and I are very, like, know exactly what's happening, don't really care.
Yeah, Matt, save your money to bully you.
No, Matthews is literally not allowed to spend money after what he did to Spacefish.
You say that like that's gonna stop Matt.
I can at least put speed bumps in front of him, damn it. Shut your fucking mouth, Icy Fire. Oh, God. It's not even up yet! You all don't even know what the price is!
It doesn't matter what the price is, it will be met.
I wonder if I can do a donation goal. Why did it start here? Huh?
Oh, did you quit this video at some point?
I don't think so. I might have gone back to just see that trebuchet and look at it.
In October, we're gonna make Yulin play Subnautica. Or make him go as deep as we can, Matt.
Nothing bad will happen for me trying to face my fear of drowning. Nothing at all.
Nothing bad will happen.
I
There
am
are no
not-
Leviathans.
I am not challenging Matthews. What I was going to say is I wonder if I can set up a donation goal that's like blacklist certain individuals. Just don't
As far as
drown
I know,
easy.
no.
You're all bullies. You're all mean.
No. My greatest memory of Subnautica is watching Elite be terrified of the only non-hostile thing in the game.
Matthews, every milestone of 50 days, I'm going to play a game on stream for like 12 hours. So, at 50, we played Satisfactory. At 100, it'll be in October. So I was kind of thinking, that should be a scary game. But I don't like scary games. So maybe it's Subnautica, which isn't really a scary game. It just is scary. But like, that might be super bad for me because I'm scared of water. And like, I don't know. So what I'm thinking is, I try to beat the game. And when I get to a point where I'm too scared, I stay in the shallow end and just build pretty bases. But that's only if the donation goal is hit. And I haven't decided on a price. I don't want to make it something extravagant. Like $1,000 to make me play a scary game for 12 hours is kind of dickish. Like, one, that'd be just like abusing you guys if you hit it. And I wouldn't expect you guys to, but just $1,000 would be asshole-ish. Once you get some of the vehicles, it gets less scary.
No, he's scared of the water, Matt.
I have a fear of drowning, so anytime there's like murky or dark water, I get like, I'm gonna drown here and I don't want to be here. Even if I'm like in a video game and I can breathe underwater, I'll start freaking out. Oh my god. We're at 4.7 miles, so we definitely finished with this video.
Oh my god, do we start off the day 100 stream with Iron Lung?
With Iron Lung? Huh?
Yeah.
What's Iron Lung?
Yeah, it's a horror game where you're in a submarine underwater.
Oh. No.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Matthews, there's no consistent logic to it. There's no like, what do you mean you're in a big mech and safe? It's all a mental thing. It's an irrational fear. That's how it works. I think when the Titan sub actually like imploded and sunk, the sales of Iron Lung 2 spiked, or Iron Lung the game spiked, and the developer of the game was like, I feel bad about this. Hi, Wah.
It's a cute wahaha.
You can drown in Monster Hunter Tri. Not sure why I wasn't afraid of it. I think she'd
I
hate
don't
me.
know, maybe you're too focused on fighting the monster.
I don't really care about the ship. I just want to, like, have fun with Core. Hi, Jack. It is.
I'm cute. Jack is cuter. Got him.
We're at 4.8 miles, Jack. But my tracking is weird. My hands are at the same height, but my left hand is just like a foot up. I mean, so I agree, Matthews. The CEO of that company that was building the sub was an absolute shithole. He's literally like, it's too safe. These regulations are killing business. Meanwhile, he's charging millions. Oh, global. That makes it go up 0.5.
That's feeling the burn, Yulin.
A little bit, yeah. Wait, hold on. Oh, those arrows do it 0.5. I just set it to 4. I just set it to 4.5 preset. I was like, that's wrong. I can't do increments of 0.1. We're at 3. We're at 3. I gotta catch up on chat. It really didn't feel like you were in water. Oh my god. We're at 3 right now. It's at 5. Yulin, you should write each day how long you walking. I want to see in 1 year how long you walked. I've already lost track with the past 50 days.
Would have to someone would have to watch back all of the VOD.
We'd have to watch back and see what I say at the end of each VOD. I don't even have all the VODs saved. I have been uploading them to a Yulin VODs channel on YouTube, but it starts at like day 30 or something. I didn't start uploading it until we had text on screen. Like, you could be walking from planet Earth to the moon. That's a long distance, Jack. That's like 20 miles a day for like a decade.
What? You've climbed that distance. What's the difference?
Okay, you're not wrong. Trying to be comfy. What? I expect Jack to be in a natural state of comfy at all times. How could he not be when he makes everyone else so comfy? Oh god. It's at 5 degrees.
I was about to say, he could be at work, but he's off of work today.
You're all kind of crazy doing it at the end. We're literally at 4.8 miles and you're increasing incline. What are you doing? That is not efficient. Today is one of those days where you clean the house. I typically clean on Thursday or Friday. I think I cleaned Friday, but I only have to do the basement. And typically it's super easy because I just go through the kitchen to get to the fridge. I don't actually use that kitchen much. Just accept the bits. Thank you everybody for the bits. Oh, I can't do a heart now. All this sucks. There. I kinda did it. This is my hands touching each other. This is my hands literally bumping into each other. Oh, I'm so high up on the treadmill.
Wait, how far have you gone so far today?
We're at 4.97. So we will finish off with this video in the char zone of Guild Wars. We started with Harathi Highlands, then we went into Brisbane Wilds, then we went to WoW with the Zarlek Caverns, and now we're in the Plains of Ashford.
Underdark and Baldur's Gate.
The Underdark and Baldur's Gate. You're proud of me? A full 365 days is the goal. That is...
Are you gonna quit walking after that?
Fuck no. I have never been happier in my life. I want to walk every day for the rest of my life like this. This has been... I mean, okay, I've always wanted to stream and feel like I'm working towards something. I've always wanted to exercise. And the thing I didn't expect was all the friendships and just social interaction I would get from streaming. This has been fucking awesome. I love all of you. And so, like, I never want this to end. I literally just want to walk like this every morning. I don't care how cheesy it was. I am literally just like,
yo, but some of the
Cloud9.
cheesiest stuff is the cutest.
I know.
This
See,
is
Jack,
Yulin in his cutest.
I struggle to approach people. I struggle to message people, even with simple things like, hey, I hope you have a great day. Every now and then I'll think of someone and be like, I really just haven't talked to this person in months, and I thought of them and I wanted to share that with them. Because anytime somebody does that to me, I feel good. But yeah, I hang out in Twitch a lot, and when somebody's streaming, it's like an open invitation to come hang out with them. So it's very easy for me to go, like, say hi to people that are streaming. I very much connect with people who are live like this. And so now that I'm doing it, there's a lot of people who are like me in that regard, who are coming and hanging out, and I just have interacted with them so much more. Where did Cookie go? Cookie's over there, FK.
I don't know.
No, Cookie just had to step away for a moment. Lost One I've always interacted with a lot in chats. But it's really nice to be able to, like, talk to Lost One a lot more like this. Icy Fire, I've always seen him in chats and, like, been like, oh, this guy's cool. But same thing. He's been around so much more and joins on me often that it's like, I feel like I've interacted more with Icy Fire in the last month than I have ever before that. Cookie, we would both join on Core. Hi, Pixel. And it'd be like, oh, it's so good to see you, Cookie. And we'd, like, you know, kind of stick to each other while exploring worlds with Core. But now that I stream, Cookie and I are like, I see them at least 2 times a week, and it's fucking fantastic. And then everybody in chat.
Yeah, and Cookie's super cute.
It's so nice to see everybody as much as I do now. I think it's because I hardly talk to people in VR chat because I'm no longer really interested in that much. Yeah. I've had a VR headset and VR chat for like 4 years. But I would only get on if there was a reason to get on. Hi, Violet. I have been walking for 53 days. We have lost 24 pounds. And now we have stamina built up. Now we can go 5 miles easy. When we started, it was like, okay, we went 1 mile and we're tired. Yeah. No, streaming has been the best thing I've ever done in my life. This rocks. My literal only regret is that I didn't start sooner.
Well, you had to work up the depression, right?
It was more like I needed time. I wish I'd started in like 2020, when I was in the apartment and started work from home. Because that's when I would have had the time to do it. But I was working at the time, and I was always like, if I have a job, I can't stream. There's no way I can do 2 things at once, because that's just... I'm a lazy, slothful person. And doing 2 things at once just would be depressing to me. After work from home ended in 2022, I couldn't really do it in that apartment because it cost like $2,000 a month for all my bills. And so it was like, that seemed a little crazy to try and be like, I'm going to become a full-time streamer. I've never streamed a day in my life. So I moved back in with parents where my bills would be a lot less. However, I wasn't able to stream with them because they were like, you need to find a job and you're not fucking streaming. And so it was like, okay. That kind of just fell through. And the plan was, when they migrate south for the winter, I just fucking start streaming anyway. And I kind of told them, like, hey, I'm going to start streaming. But then we had contractors here the whole time they were gone. The contractors hadn't even finished when they got back. So it was like this whole year of, like, I'm going to start any month now. And I just couldn't because of all the stuff going on in the house. And then, a year came up and they were like, well, you don't have a job. So, you know, you can't stay here. The agreement was you have a job or you leave. So, you gotta find a job or what are you gonna do? I was like, well, I'm not getting a job, so I guess I'm leaving. Bye. And they were like, wait, where are you gonna go? And I was like, well, I'm looking at houses I can rent for like 500 to 600. And they were just like, okay, it seems like you're kind of serious about streaming, so maybe we give you another year. That's where we are now. Maybe that got a little heavy for people, because it does kind of have the implication of, what the fuck am I doing in a year? We'll worry about that then. Financially, I have I have no worries right now. The issues are all sustainability into the future. Where does that go? I don't like it worded like that, Matthews. But to some degree, yes. If streaming could get to a point where it does fund my life, that would be incredible. But hi, Zach. Thank you for following. For now, I don't like to think about that stuff. I very much like to think about the weight I'm losing, the friends I'm spending time with, and kind of just like, I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I feel like I'm being productive every day, and like, I'm happy with that. Whereas before it was like, how many resumes did you send out, Euland? Oh, I sent out 2, but, you know, nobody's gotten back to me. It just felt like failure. Because I'm very different from my parents. But fuck that shit. This is a comfy stream, damn it. We're walking through Guild Wars 2, the plains of Ashford, and we're losing weight and hanging out with cuties. Okay, I lied. We're not gonna be comfy for a minute, because there's a fucking trebuchet on that hill that I hate. And this is just nothing but PTSD walking over this hill. I didn't mean to bap lost one if I did.
You say that like you bap me in real life.
It is VR, it is real, damn it.
No, it's not. I didn't feel it. Get over it.
Just because you didn't feel it doesn't mean it wasn't inappropriate. Technically a little less pixel, but this hill has an event where a trebuchet spawns, and it kept fucking up my videos. And the hero of this video is Full Metal Ratchet, who you can see there on that rock. He's a purple char on this nine-tailed wolf mount. I literally like just couldn't record this video. I was like, Full, come help me. But then he starts being a dork and like just being in the background a bunch. He was having fun. I heard this fucking Moogle thing this whole stream, damn it.
I mean, it is Full we're talking about. He does Full things.
He does Full things. Ratchet's a good bean. He really is. He really is. He drives me nuts when we play Monster Hunter. and he takes 10 minutes between each hunt. But I know why he does that. And, it comes from a good place. It still drives me nuts, but I love him. I like playing Monster Hunter with him. You can't really see him. My butt's too thick. You literally can't see him. What are you saying? Why is that too? Why does he annoy me in Monster Hunter, or why does he take 10 minutes? Why does he take 10 minutes? He wants to be as useful as possible to the party, and so he makes sure that he has all of the, like, buffs and ammo and CC and, like, all the utility the game has to offer, and he starts getting, like, a little OCD and double checking and triple checking. That's why he takes 10 minutes between hunts. To me, it's like, you go to the chest, you hit the loadout button. It takes me 3 seconds. But for him, it has a little bit more meaning to that, and so he doesn't... It's an OCD thing. I really shouldn't have even said that, but it's an OCD thing. Y'all have loadouts?
If this was D&D, Fool would be group mom.
He really would be. He usually is in games, because he's the one that does, like, all the utility and taking care of people. I can't imagine not having a loadout for items in games. Adding that to World and Rise, oh my god, the best change they ever made to Monster Hunter. Oh my god, I cannot imagine playing without a loadout now. Absolutely. Ugh. That's why I go back to, like, Monster Hunter Generations, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to play this game. They don't have things like... Well, Generations might have item loadouts. I'm not sure on that one. But... yeah, I'll stick to whatever the current Monster Hunter is. I'll play that one, and maybe go back to the last one if someone like Icy Fire asks me. Every spawn has you near herbs and honey for 2 free Mega Potions? Yeah, and you have to spend 5 seconds bending over to pick up each one. Fuck that. Oh my god. That was the thing that made me quit Generations. I went to an herb, and I just started, like, scrounging around on the ground for 5 seconds to pick up a single herb, and it was just like, dude, oh my god. We're almost at the end. We're at 5.5 miles. It was set to an incline of 5. We've burned 700 calories so far. Oh god.
Which you're about to consume in cookies.
They are not an acquired taste. They are a lost taste. Because I have tasted better things now, damn it. I can feel sweat rolling down my hands. Or my arms. I can feel, like, droplets. Ew. Oh, God. We're so close. I think there's, like, 1 or 2 minutes. Great Sword Valor? Hell yeah. I tried going back to Generations. I don't remember what weapon I was playing. Probably Gunlance. Which probably didn't help. But, yeah. I think I played a lot of bow also in Generations Ultimate. I don't want to go back. I literally just don't want to go back and beat that game. Good old heat gauge. Oh god, fuck the heat gauge. There's Full. There's Full being a dork. I'm totally throwing him under the bus. I totally encourage it. I was like, yeah, if you just want to sit on a rock nearby, walk by, you could totally do that. Literally gave him the idea. He does it, and then in a video I'm like, look at this dork! Look at this dude! Oh my god, we're almost there. I can smell the portal. It's right there. I actually can't smell it. I can't smell shit.
Wow.
So edgy, so dorky. Purple and black is kind of edgy. Sound a touch winded? I am. We hadn't done incline in a while. So even though we only did it for like 1 mile, I'm still like, oh god, that was rough. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. We did good on water today.
Now what you
Every now and then there's a day where
gotta
it's
do,
like,
Chad, is give him an incline in the desert.
oh god. You have no regret. There's been a few days where I talk the whole time and I barely drink any water. And so at the end of stream I have like 2/3 of the 32 ounces left. And I'm like, oh, oops. Today I felt like we were on top of it and drank a lot. We're there. We're there. 5.6.
We did it.
Oh. Then it went into Nazmir. Nazmir would have been a long video for an incline. Oh my god. Turn this off. This. Behavior. Look at me. We're back in the Black Cat. Don't look. Look away.
Everyone stare at the Moogle ball.
Stop staring, it's embarrassing. No, don't stare at that, what the fuck? It's messed up. My hands are still off. Wonder what happens if I turn this controller off. Now I'm in one-handed mode. Turn back on. Hey! Now it's in the right spot. Okay. Our cutie isn't back yet. They're gonna come back and they're gonna request on us. We are going somewhere. Recently visited. Comfy. Wispy Woo. I haven't been to Plant yet. Oh no, I think I have. I think I have been to this one, but let's make sure. You feel like you've been in this place before, Deja Vu? Now I want to watch Initial D. Damn it, Pixel. Now I have to go back and watch Keisuke versus Takashi? I think Takashi is the main guy. I actually haven't been here before. This is not what I thought it was. Are we actually going to get music? It looks like we are going to because there's a piano. Okay, good. This place is neat. Can you go in here? Yeah, you can.
And the guy who's afraid of water immediately goes in the water.
I'm afraid of drowning. I'm not scared of water that if I stand in it, it's literally not even up to my tits. What's the coolest place? I like the sky backdrop, but the video player is right there.
Turn the video player off.
Well, I want it to still play.
No.
Can I turn it off? Can I hide it? Hi, Gammy. I'm glad that you're joining us just in time to get on. I don't see an option to hide it.
No, I think it's just on or off.
Yeah. Oh well. Cammy's just like, huh? Maybe I use a stone wall. We're just gonna park here.
Right next to the space heater.
Yeah.
Too hot for space heater.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought the pickables were off. They were not. I need to turn them off. You just woke up? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just woke up just in time to join us after our walk. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, it's the perfect time to lay back down.
No, you don't. You never have to play Escape from Tarkov. I don't even know why you would want to. Where's my ghost? There's my ghost. Okay. Okay, my bad. I will always just have such a, like, jaded opinion of Tarkov, because I remember watching Kala play it years ago, and it was raining, and he didn't have enough, like, food or stamina or something to make it from the shed he was hiding in to wherever he needed to go if he got wet and would increase his weight. And so he waited in the shed, and I think he was, like, pinned down by a sniper or something for, like, 2 hours. And it was literally just Kala. I can outwait this guy. He's not going to outwait me. I can be patient. I can outwait this guy. 2 hours go by of him just, the rain going on and off in this fucking shed. And then he goes, there he goes. And he just shoots this guy, gets a kill, and he's like, I knew it. I knew that guy was waiting for me. And I was just like, this is the gameplay? This is what it is? Oh my god. I never want to watch this. I still watched it a lot because I like Kala, but absolute insanity to me. And I'm pretty sure that's not most Tarkov gameplay. But oh my gosh. It's really not like that though. I would be surprised if it stayed like that to any degree, because that was just so, like, what the I'm trying to go this way. It was just so mind-boggling to me that was the gameplay. There we go. That's what I needed to do. Hyper aggressive and quick with your raids. Tarkov is League, but if you want to hate yourself for even longer periods of time. Slow and methodical. So we were talking about Full Metal Ratchet earlier, and there is a great clip from him playing Tarkov like 3 or 4 years ago. It's him, his friend Rat, and I think Tal. I'm not sure if it's Tal though. And oh my god, excuse me. Rat is running around outside the house, attacking people that are like coming at them. And he comes in, and Full is waiting right at the edge. And Full didn't know that Rat was outside, so Full just fucking blasts Rat right as he comes inside the door. Just scoops his head off, and he just goes, "Got him!" And Rat goes, "No, you got me." Damn it, Full! And Full's just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Gimme, you know Tal? We fucking love Tal around here.
To be honest, I don't know who they are.
It is Tal VR. She used to stream quite a bit. Where'd Star go? I saw Star for a moment. I don't see Star now. Hi, Star, if you can hear me. No, Tal is... She used to stream a bit. She's been busy as fuck the last few years, so she hasn't streamed much. You watched him a bit when you were still gammy? Hi, Star.
But Shota, you still are gaming.
Yeah, sorry, Shota. You'll always be gammy in my heart. You watch Dr. Lupo, who does a lot of Tarkov. Whenever someone asks in chat if they should start playing EFT, he straight up just tells them no. That's really funny. That's really funny when like somebody's playing something and somebody's like, "How do I get into this game?" It's like, don't. Just don't. You don't wanna. That's a bad idea. You don't wanna be into this game. Oh, my legs feel so much better. Hi, Smug. Oh. I went into Smug stream one time and I was like, "I walked this far, Smug. Call me a good boy and give me head pats." And now he goes out of his way to say good job every time. And I'm like, oh, I didn't think that'd work. I didn't think this would be so effective. You only recently picked it up again?
Head pats.
You're having fun. So to be honest, if someone is thinking of playing it, I'd just say go for it. Oh, God. Yeah, no, never touch those. I'm trying to think if there's a game that... So WoW is one that I've told a lot of people, don't get into this. With WoW in particular, I feel like if somebody had a good reason, I'd be like, yeah, get into it, I can help you, I can give you advice. But when people are just like, should I get into WoW? It's like, if you don't have a reason to get into WoW, then no. Welcome back, Cookie.
Hello. I need to find the slide.
Yay, the cookie is back.
If it's Rainbow Six or Apex, then yeah, no, never touch those. Apex is good, right? It seems like a lot of people have fun. Like, I don't know what's bad about Apex.
There's nothing bad about Apex.
Well, it seems like a lot of people really dislike it at times. Ask and you shall receive. You can't give me that power. Because I'm greedy and needy. Only good reason I'd say to get into WoW is if you go in a group. Yeah. The other reason is, like, if you like a collection game, WoW is actually really good for you. If you want to collect mounts or toys, WoW will be an endless source of fun for you. Because there's over 1,000 mounts, there's over 1,000 toys. toys. There's mounts, pets, and toys to collect. It's very much, if you like collectathons, WoW is the game for you. Apex is fun, just don't play it often.
Was bigger for Hunter.
5-head, it's literally a battle royale. They're slowly ruining the game with each season. Yeah, pretty much. How about collecting bitches? You're not gonna do that on WoW. Well, actually, I say that, but if you have high parses, there's some WoW whores that they will totally be into you having a big dick parse. You can get nudes sent to you by having a good parse on WoW. Absolutely. Starting WoW to collect all the toys. No. I do that a lot where I think of 2 words and I just combine them. So there I was thinking toys. And toys came out. I yawn. Yeah. Oh, I get those cookies after this. Hell yeah! I gotta weigh myself before I eat those cookies. So I used to watch a lot of.
It's just gonna make it more devastating to weigh yourself the next day.
Well, I don't weigh myself every day. It's typically like every 3 to 5 days. I used to watch a lot of Scrubs, and there was a point in the show where JD is dating Elliot. And Elliot kind of had an abusive childhood with a mom that was like, oh, don't eat this or you'll get fat and no one will ever love you. And would say things like that to Elliot when she was a kid. And so she bakes cookies for her and JD one day. And she's like, okay, so I've rationed it out so that we can have half a cookie per day. We should finish them after a week and a half. And that way it shouldn't ruin our diets. She goes into the other room, and she comes back, and JD is, like, stuffed his face with all of them. He's just like, they're really good. I like them. And she's horrified, because she's like, oh my god, no. You can't eat more than 1 cookie in a day. And I'm sitting there watching this just like, you absolutely can. Oh my god, what a repressed childhood to eat only half a cookie a day. What the fuck? I don't know if any of you watch Scrubs. I love that show. The main guy, JD...
I've watched a fair bit of it.
The main guy, JD, ended up not being the coolest person. Oh god, okay, so that's something to talk about. So, the main guy from Scrubs, JD, I forget what the actor's name is. It might also just be JD. He was on Punk'd. But they never aired the episode. You can see it in, like, bloopers or, like, behind the scenes, but they never aired the actual episode for this. The reason is, the prank they were going to do on him was he goes to get a coffee, and then they move his car, and they replace it with a different car, and there's a kid spray painting it. And he sees this kid spray painting his car, and he's supposed to be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And the kid runs away, and he's like, oh god, my car got spray painted. That was the prank. What ends up happening is that he gets back, and instead of yelling like, hey, what are you doing to my car? And the child actor being like, ha ha, and running away, he just sprints at this kid. And the kid doesn't react in time, and the kid just looks at him, and he just fucking... Oh, I kind of grabbed my thing there. He just decks him in the face. Can I fix this? Oh, no. Oh no, I fucked it up. Okay, there. I've resized my window properly, but now I'm in a weird spot. I think it was about here. He decks this child in the face. It was a child actor that was pretending to spray paint his car, but obviously when you're like a 35-year-old man, it is an inappropriate reaction to punch a child in the face. And so immediately it was like, all right, cut the show, cut the prank, come out, and they're like, it's a prank, you were on Punk'd. And he's just like, I'm what? Oh, and he immediately realized like, oh, I've just hit a child in my anger, this is bad. The Last of Us 2 Lev Punch edit. I've never seen Last of Us.
Well, Princess joined.
Yeah.
Sorry, my friend joined.
No, all good, all good. The invite goes to me and I accept it. Wait, no, actually it's on Invite Plus, so if they went off you, it should have gone to you. I don't know. They're welcome.
They did. Well, I did. It's fine.
And so, yeah, he punched a kid in the face, and it was real bad. Icy, it wasn't so much a slow reaction. This is an actor, not a kid that's like expecting to have to dodge a punch. Speaking of punked though, and speaking of Ashton Kutcher, people are mad at him and Mila Kunis because their buddy David Masterson, honestly, it's unfortunate for the kid. L reaction time. Oh my god. So David Masterson, he was the guy with the curly hair on That 70s Show. Turned out he raped 2 girls, and that's fucked up, and it all went to court, and it's not even a case of like, oh, maybe he did it. This is a he said, she said. There's pretty undeniable proof he did it. A bunch of actors, though, the guy's family contacted a bunch of actors he'd worked with, and were like, hey, the jump pixel is Ashton Kutcher did Punked, and now we're going to Ashton Kutcher in controversy. So David Masterson's family, they contact a bunch of actors, including Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, and they're like, hey, write a letter of character to the judge to affect the sentencing. And so Ashton and Mila basically wrote letters like, hey, David was a stand-up guy. He was like an older brother to me. He was, the nicest people. He was the nicest person, when we were working on That 70s Show. Keep this in mind when handing out your sentencing. And so the judge gets like 50 of these letters of like, hey, this guy's a rapist, but he's also kind of nice, so maybe don't go too hard on him. Don't forget that he's a good person, which is super deplorable. It's super like, what the fuck? Like, that's just corruption and fucked up. People found out about these letters, right? And they've been like angry, and deservedly so, because why would you do that? If one of my best friends committed some heinous crime, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, okay, that was awful, but just remember he was a really nice guy. I'd be like, man, I thought he was a nice guy. Clearly I was wrong, and he was a fucked up individual. But yeah, they wrote these letters to the judge to reduce the sentencing. The judge, I think he sentenced him to like 22 years in prison or something. I'd have to go look it up. But people are mad at Ashton and Mila and the other people, and it's just they basically had an apology video that was like, hey, we know our letters hurt people, but that wasn't the point of the letters. We support victims. We don't want to downplay victims of tragedy and things like that. But we still did this thing where we were trying to get our buddy a lighter sentence, even though he hurt these people. It was just like, what the fuck? Like, they just didn't get it. They just didn't get that it was inappropriate. And they were like, we're sorry you're hurt. We didn't do anything wrong. We'd do it again. 3 stars. My brother still owed me money. Yeah, just... They wrote directly to the judge, and it's like, what a fucking... In what world is that okay? In what world is that acceptable, even remotely? Wild. So yeah. How did I get there? We were talking about JD.
Punked.
That led to Punked. That led to Ashton Kutcher. That led to David Masterson. That's how. Yeah. Punked. Punked was a good show. That was fun. When I was watching Punk'd a lot, I was watching Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory a lot. Comfy? Oh, it's so comfy at this point. When we're just laying down with cuties and listening to vibey music and just talking. I liked Rob Dyrdek in his Fantasy Factory show. I always thought he was crazy smart despite what a goofball he was. And then when Ashton Kutcher left Punk'd, Justin Bieber took over. And one of the first people he wanted to get was Rob Dyrdek, because Rob Dyrdek was super nice to Bieber. And so he brings him on the show. They bring him to a restaurant, and what's going to happen is like a robbery happens at the restaurant. It was a little extravagant, but immediately Rob Dyrdek gets there and he goes, "The lighting is too good here. This is a show." And they're like, "What did he just..." Like, you know how they've got the van with all the backstage stuff, and they're like doing all the like investigation, like monitoring. And they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be so great. Let's judge his reaction here." He says that, and they're just in the van, just like, "What did he say? Did he just say this is a show?" And Rob Dyrdek's literally just looking around, just, you know, bobbing his head. He just goes, "Yeah, this is a show. Is this gonna be Punk'd? Is this like, I know Bieber just took it over. Is he trying to get me like in one of his first seasons on Punk'd?" And it's just like, Bieber just has to walk out with his head down, just like, "Well, we were gonna get you, but you've ruined it, and so, yeah, you were gonna be on Punk'd." And Dyrdek's just, it would have been cool if Dyrdek had been like, played along, but "Oh, you got me," to not waste all the money of the show, right? Because it kind of puts Bieber in a bad spot. But they hug it out, and Rob Dyrdek was just like, too prideful. He's just like, "Yeah, you can't get me, kid. You can't get me. I'm too sharp for this shit." And it was just, I was like, "That's my boy. He's too smart for this." My boy, just because I liked his show, right? Hi, Core. You gonna join? No, you're tracking. You're charging all your stuff.
Mama,
No Core in the morning. Yeah. Punk'd was funny. There was a few episodes that seemed a little like too much. I think the Hillary Duff episode was kind of brutal, where they had she was in a driver's ed course, and the learning instructor was kind of mean, but then he went to get like a smoothie or something, and then she gets carjacked, and he comes back, and this guy has a breakdown, just like, "That was my car! That was my home! I sleep in the back of that car! My toothbrush was in the trunk! How could you let them take it?" Just blaming her for it. And she's like, "I'm so sorry. What do I do? I'm 16. That one went a little too far. That one was kind of brutal. Punk'd was fun. I wonder if a lot of, like, prank YouTube channels were inspired by Punk'd. I wonder if there's a lot of shit on YouTube now because of Punk'd. At which point, oh, that kind of sucks. Prunked. Did I add an R there? Pranked and punked? Oops.
It's okay, your brain's falling asleep.
I'm falling asleep as a whole. This world's comfy. The piano goes hard.
It's super comfy.
What are we at? 11:59. I think I might end there. I think I might get up, raid somebody, and then immediately lay back down and fall asleep here for 30 minutes or so.
Ah, yes, 30 minutes turns into 2 hours.
You miss Yulin! Court!
She was here earlier.
No, she misses me because I spend less time with her at night at the end of her streams.
Oh, because you gotta get up early in the morning?
I typically only stay up that late if I take a nap in the day. The problem is, she went to like fucking 4 a.m. last night. I went to bed at 3 a.m. and she was still going. So that one's on you, Core. That one's not my fault. He says 30 mins.
I mean, she was having fun in the RP world.
She was. Oh, I thought you were being more serious, Core. I'm sorry. Oops.
Oh, of course, doing that thing I do sometimes when streamers are ending. It's like, I'm ending. I missed streamer already, Pepe said.
I don't know. I've talked to Core about this. The one negative of streaming is that I've been seeing less Core. That's the one negative.
Oh. Poor Euland.
It's hard.
Are you having pending?
We have opposite stream schedules. And so it's difficult to be awake when she ends. And it's difficult for her to be up and ready when I'm streaming or ending.
This do be true.
Oh. It's
It's a world song.
Could I bother you, Lost One, to go over to the player and see if there's any information on the song? Don't leave me.
Player's the other
Isn't it
direction.
over here?
I'll stay live a bit longer. Because I'm absolutely giving into peer pressure from everyone. Oh, what's the song? Do I have a way to see what the chat is? My Streamlabs was covering your chat, so I couldn't see it.
Oh, Cookie took a picture of it.
I took a picture of it. I'm gonna send it to you. It's the Discord.
Well, I think Max Bryce knows.
Yes. You can also send me the link.
The song is part of a playlist.
Why did I start turning?
I don't know. Why'd you press your joystick?
I wasn't. I was. I don't think I. Well, I must have.
Bro, I miss Hunt as well.
Is it Hunt's birthday? No way. That's just Icy Fire being a goober, right? Right?
Lol.
Well, if it is your birthday, happy cute day, Hunt.
I heard somebody talking about it was somebody that was like young asking somebody who was like in their 80s, do old people find other old people attractive? And I think in a lot of times, no. They still see like the like peak human form in the 20s and 30s as being like the most attractive. But this one guy said some people do, and they find experience and time attractive in a way that like you can look at a person's body and see what they have done with their life, right? So you see a man and he has very kind of gnarled hands, and you know that he's worked a job that uses his hands for years on end. And because you can see that reflected in his body, you appreciate it and find that age in him attractive. Another example is when a man or woman has a lot more wrinkles on the left side of their face, you can see, you know that that's because they're a trucker. Because typically they get more sunlight.
Yeah. Ying ying.
Cookie, your lost one. Can you put that in chat? FKJ.
I got it.
Ylang EP live session.
Okay. I got it. I copied.
Okay.
I was pulling up the thingy itself.
Hmm.
There we go.
Paste
So
that into chat. The actual. I found the YouTube link. There you go.
yeah. If you see somebody with a lot of wrinkles on their left side, that's because they've done a lot of trucking. When you drive a car truck, you get more sun.
How am I supposed to get that? You're supposed to send it to me.
If somebody they get a lot more sun on their left side when driving.
I got it already, though.
And the sun contact causes them to get more wrinkles on their left side. So when you see somebody like that, it's like, oh, that guy has been trucking for many years. I can see that reflected in his body and appreciate it, right? And so in that sense, it's like age can be attractive and beautiful. In my own life, I experienced this once. I was meeting my great aunt, Margie Jenkins. She's actually kind of like a world famous botanist, but she was working at her tree nursery up till the age of like 98. I shit you not. When I met her, she was like 94, 95, still working. And I remember I shook her hand, and hi Alfred, her fingers were like super knotty. Like the segments of her fingers were really thin, but then the joints were like ball joints almost. It was like, oh, that's so weird and kind of gross looking. And then she pointed at something, and her finger bent down at like an angle, but sideways. It was like her fingers bent to the side at a 40-degree angle. I was like, oh, her hands are super gross. And then I saw her grab her cane, and her hand fit into the grooves of this cane like a glove. And I kind of realized, oh, her fingers are angled at that weird way because she has like been grabbing this cane for 30 years, and she has literally formed grooves into the handle of the cane with her fingers. And that's also kind of like pushed her fingers into a certain shape. Like she has molded the cane and the cane has molded her hand. And when I realized that, I was like, she has literally been using that hand. Thank you for the follow. She has literally been using this cane longer than I've been alive. And it just like, it gave me that sense of scale of like, oh, there's things in this world that are so much bigger than me. Because like, there's something as small as a cane has had this long-lasting effect on this person. And it's something tall. It's literally just a stick of wood. But it has been around longer than me. And I just got a sense of like, I'm really small in the universe. Also, her hands aren't that gross anymore. Her hands are kind of like pretty now that I know why they're like that. And so I kind of understand this guy answering like, yes, you can see beauty in age. But I don't think a lot of people have that epiphany. And maybe I'm just having this, I'm 14 and this is deep moment. But I totally get it when that guy said it. I don't remember why that came up. I don't remember at all. I think I just randomly brought it up. Are those emotes or are those like a different language?
A's backwards. Mirror speak. Wrote it backwards.
I see. Oh, I said I see.
You want I should ban him? Teach him a lesson?
No. Just being a goofball is all.
I know. It's just a cute icy fire dork.
We don't ban goofballs.
Nah, Icy, you gotta deserve it. Just like Shere Khan, I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna pull out the gun and pull you out back like Old Yellow and put you down just for being a goober.
That's one of my favorite things to say is like, don't make me fucking Old Yeller you. And then you get some youngin' who's just like, what does that mean? Oh, thank you for subscribing. Oh, I'm not low enough to pet you. There we go. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Oh, too high.
I gifted it to her.
Oh, thank you, Cookie. You get pets too.
You're welcome.
I'm tired.
Sleepy.
I
Going to sleep.
am. Soon.
Sleepy time. Sleepy
No,
time.
what's gonna happen is we're gonna go a bit longer. Then we're gonna gorge ourselves on
You're gonna
cookies and get a
start
sugar rush.
snoring.
Yay, cookies!
That's what's gonna happen.
But you don't want to get your nap in before Monster Hunter.
No, Monster Hunter would be like so fun that it would wake me up.
Yeah, that's why you gotta get the nap in before the Monster Hunter.
No, that's literally the opposite of what I said last one. Oh yeah, wait, it's Monster Hunter World though, so maybe it isn't fun at all. Well, hanging with other people. NFS Heat with Bunny.
Oh, Need for Speed. Okay.
You're gonna do what with a cookie? I'm gonna gorge myself on Cookies Hunt. I was given a bag of 6 cookies yesterday, and I'm gonna eat them all. Hi, Farisu. Farisu was streaming
That
last
could be
night.
taken out of context.
Or it could. Either context works. Farisu was streaming last night. She was playing Castlevania, and I was being an absolute menace in her chat. Normally her streams are really comfy, and I was like, "Oh, hi, Farisu. You're so cute. You're so good at this game." And I'm sitting there just going, "Farisu, you've been with a partner for a year, and everything's perfect."
Oh my god, did you bring up the cake farts?
That's exactly
Why?
what
Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
They say they're into cake farts. Is that a deal breaker? And Breeze is just like, what the fuck? Yes, it's a deal breaker. And I'm in Discord with some of the other like WoW guildies, and Kron, our Shadow Priest, is fucking losing it. He's literally struggling to breathe. He's laughing so hard. And we just keep going. You are seeing a ghost. There's a ghost here. And so like there's half of us that's the WoW guild. The other half is like another friend group of Farisu's, and they're just like, fucking what? This is great. What are cake farts? Farisu, do you like cake farts? Farisu's just like, I hate this. Why are you like this? All of you die. And I'm sitting there going, it's not about the cake farts, Farisu. It's about compromise and what you would do in a relationship. And honestly, I'm disappointed in you. It was...
Yeah, but you're disappointed in like 80% of chat.
No, I'm not. I'm disappointed in the people that are like 13 and comments talking silliness.
No, I was talking about the 80% of chat is the cake farts are a deal breaker.
Oh, yeah. I think it's not a deal breaker for 80% of them. I think most people will be like, this is fucking weird, but I'm not gonna throw away happiness. It's... I was an absolute menace in her chat yesterday. It was so fun, though. It was so much fun. I literally got to the point where I was, like, falling asleep at my desk, and I was like, fuck. She's not done with her run, but I need to go to sleep. I don't want to leave stream, though. Maybe you shouldn't stream more. She's gonna move, I think she said the 25th, and then she's gonna stream more. And then we get more for Risu streams. Hell yeah.
I see.
Oh, October 25th? Oh, that's so far away. That's like 50 days away. Man. I thought it was like this month. I thought it was like 2.5 weeks away. Ah.
No. No, please, that's too much.
Well, I'm not
Killing
against...
them.
I'm not against the 24-hour challenge, but it would be on a 50 milestone. So today's like day 53. Oh, I forgot to add the miles to the... I forgot to set the tiles. Oh well. Family moving on 25th?
Yeah,
You
but
move
if
out
you-
3rd week of October from that place? Okay.
So for the 24 hours, is it the plan to start the walk and end with the walk?
Yes. No, not end with
I
the walk.
see.
No. We would start with a walk, and then we would BRB screen for like 10-15 minutes while I do a very quick wash-off shower where I don't like use products and whatnot.
No, I meant we start
And then go into a different
we
game.
start the 24 hour at the walk, and then we game and whatnot, and then at the end of the stream we end with the walk, so you don't miss a day.
I didn't think about that. No, we would probably end at the usual time the next day, but we wouldn't walk. We would just not stream, and then when I wake up, we would stream later in the day. So I'd wake up at like 5 p.m. and stream, do a walk. And then that would be a short stream, just a quick 5 miles. And then the next day, we would, it would go back to normal. So we wouldn't miss any walks. We would move one of the walks.
I see.
That's also, I don't know if I want to do it 24 hours. I like the 12 hours for the 50 milestones. 24 hours, I'm just old. I don't know if I can do 24 hours.
Too much.
We might do
I
something
don't
that's
either.
like...
You get sleepy really easy.
True. We might do something that's like 12 plus hours. We might do something that's like, we're going to stream for a minimum 12, but we're not going to end right at 12. We're going to go until like I'm falling asleep and need to stop. That way I don't feel bad about cutting short at 24 hours. But if it goes to 24 hours, hell yeah. Walk, BRB, games, random stuff. Yeah. I can tell you right now, the Subnautica won't be at 24 hours. We're going to, we're going to get to like 11 hours and 59 minutes and then count down the seconds to like the end stream button. The moment it's 12 hours, I'm like, bye, bitch!
What?
End stream.
What?
That's how that one's gonna go. My dog is barking. It's not picking up on the mic. I don't know if you can hear it when I'm talking.
No, you're good.
What if I'm about to finish an amazing base? Nope. No, it's ending right at 12 on the dot. It's gonna be like 45.
What if a miracle happens and you're enjoying the game?
Oh wait, you were serious. Let me laugh even harder.
Man, you're lucky I can't punch you.
That's a Bender line, and it's so fucking rude.
Look here, Mooglin.
No! Don't call me Moogland.
Hey, the reincarnation of the great King Moogle.
Yeah, well, that guy's a G, so...
No, he isn't.
Yeah, he is.
He sucks, and his battle theme sucks.
Whoa! You're just wrong for that.
I mean, I really hate movies. You're the only good one.
Oh my god. You can't say that. I didn't.
Yuland, you're one of the good Moogles.
Bye.
Okay. Yes, you too.
Pleasure to see you again.
Cutie.
Honestly, Farisu, that's what I should be doing now. Because I really want to play WoW, but there's nothing to do in Dream Surges because I've done the weekly. So, I was actually thinking last night I should look up what the Nax thing is and do it. It's not just going to Nax and running it, right? I can't farm it, Farisu. I wanted to gear out all my alts so I could decide which one I like and play. And you can't farm it. It's just like, who thought this was a good idea? I mean, you can farm the toys and mounts, that's great, but the gear... Huh?
Oh, hi.
Well,
But
pink.
he's very pink.
I liked that color pink. You farmed out the 2 toys? Yeah. I imagine you were just flying around getting the little green orbs. Now, I expect to get the toys and the pets, but it's like, because I need to farm, I need to do it, like, on 3 or 4 different characters. I figure I'll just accumulate them over 2 months. Farmed rares?
Wait, so what's a toy in WoW?
So a toy goes into a collection, and it just does a random effect. So, like, there's a toy that is on, like, a minute cooldown or something. You click it, and a bunch of Sonic rings literally fly out of you like you just got hit in a Sonic game. They just do cool effects like that. My favorite toy is Moreau's Armor Polish, which makes your gear invisible for 30 minutes. So you're naked.
I see. I know what mods Yuland is running.
I actually don't run those. But toys just do random silly effects. There's one that turns you into a tree. There's one that, like, wraps you up in a spider cocoon like you're just stuck there. Farisu has 849 toys. Best toy is a Moonkin statue. I'm actually not sure I'm familiar with that one. There's a famous toy. There's some famous ones. The Orb of Deception is a toy. That used to be a trinket that made you look like a race of the other faction. Now it's a toy. There's also the train set. That's a toy. You set down a train and it makes everybody go, they do the train emote. The toy train set Wrecker, which destroys that, is a toy. There's a lot. If it's a silly effect that's not a pet or a mount or a gear, it's a toy. Some toys are super useful.
On a side note, the best train emote is the troll train emote.
Oh my god.
Bro, it's so good. I was running through. Okay, the troll train emote is so good. I was running through a zone, just leveling when I first started WoW, and I had people stop me as other races and be like, "Yo, bro, can you do the train?"
That's silly.
I'm like, any day, my man. Any day.
There's a lot of toys that, like, just change your appearance, and I kind of want to collect those at some point. I've never, like, taken the time to, like, go through a list and see which all of those are. But I have the ones I have come across favorited. There's one toy that turns you into a Naga. The problem is it breaks on combat, so that's upsetting. It's one of the earliest toys. They kind of designated toys as a thing in Cataclysm. There's a rainbow machine. You shoot a rainbow at your target. That's a fun toy. If there's one thing I liked collecting, it was mounts. But I
like collecting pets.
There's a lot of pets to collect. I got to a point where the mount I really, really wanted I got, which was like 300 or 350 mounts, and it killed all motivation I had to get more.
What, you don't have the mount just for getting mounts?
Wait, say that again?
You don't have the mount that you get for just having mounts?
No, you get a mount every time you get 50 mounts. So when you get 50 unique mounts, you get the albino Drake. When you get 100 mounts, there's some other mount you got. So I got the one for I think I'm at 350. My actual mount, unique mounts, is at 480, and if I really spent like a week, I could get that to 400. I macroed effects into all my toys. My speed increase gives me a rainbow trail. My main cooldowns make fire come out, or turn my character into a shadow. Yeah, Risu's insane. Being a toy collector, she's just been able to collect a lot of mounts also, I think. And so, she'll tell you, I'm not a mount collector. She just has 600 mounts. Mounts boring, toys cool. Mounts are pretty. It's not about being boring or exciting.
I want the pets. They're adorable. Give me all the cute things. Even though my favorite pet is in the cash shop.
Oh, that's tragic. There's like 2 or 3 mounts. Oh, there's like 2 or 3 mounts in the cash shop that I'm like, oh, I want that so bad, but I don't want to spend the money. The carp, the fish. Every time we walk through the mall and I see it.
I bought it for the charity that they did. They released the pet.
That's fair.
So I have the little Ragnaros pet.
That's a skin.
So I just
in Heroes of the Storm. Little Ragnaros.
So I just have a mini version of the Fire God just chilling with me.
I think I started to get into pet battling. And I was like, I want to collect them all. And then I was like, why am I doing this? I should just play Pokemon if I want to collect all the cool pets. And so I stopped like instantly from pet collecting. Now, Pokemon's in such a dog shit state that, you know, shit, maybe it is better to collect mounts on WoW, but at the same time, WoW's in a weird state, so maybe not.
My second favorite pet is the sunflower that you got for the Plants vs. Zombie mission.
Yeah, I like that quest. I really like that quest.
It was a really fun quest.
Pokemon is trash. You're not going to hear anybody say that faster than me, Matthews. I am so
I don't
salty
play Pokemon.
About
well, that's why I only play fan-made Pokemon games.
I'm so upset about the year-long cycle of pump a game out and everybody buying it. And, like, I get it. Okay, Pokemon was such a huge part of people's childhoods. It's like a perfect IP and concept. It's so good. I just hate the games they make. I like Gen 2 Pokemon. Here's the thing, Frisu. It's not like I hate all Pokemon and, like, I think everything about Pokemon is bad. I hate the Pokemon games and how lackluster they are because I love Pokemon. I want them to spend more effort and polish on a game so that it's good instead of just pumping some piece of shit out annually. That's why I'm mad about Pokemon. But I absolutely love Pokemon. And I think most people do. Here's my hot take for Isu. Gen 4 is my least favorite generation. That pisses people off.
I don't know what generation that is.
Diamond and Pearl.
didn't play them.
You would fuck most of them? True. Hi, Ice. You fucking what? There's no laws about the Pokemon, Batman. I can do whatever I want with them, Batman. I mentioned I was being an absolute menace in Farisu's chat yesterday. I sent her the pregnant Sonic video. She didn't watch the song.
Why?
She watched them talking about it beforehand, and she was laughing. And then it gets to the song, and she's like, "Nope, we're done." And I'm like, "You have to. This is the best part." Only played 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 was the worst, but good music. 4 did have really good music. Diamond and Pearl, because I think the legendaries are cool and Dawn is sexy. Alright, that's a fair take. Cute Winter, yeah. So here's the thing. I skipped 4. When Blue came out, I played it on Game Boy Color. When Gold and Silver came out, I played Silver. I think I had Gold version, but I like Silver more. When Ruby and Sapphire came out, I played Sapphire. Here's the thing, Farisu. Gen 4 is most people's favorite generation. That's actually like the most loved generation of all of them. Gen 4 was on the DS. And I didn't get a DS for like years after. I don't think I played Gen 5 right away. But I thought Hilda was super cute. What was Gen 6? Was Gen 6 X and Y? I think so. I played X and Y right when it came out. And then I went back to Gen 5 and Gen 4. I played through Pokemon White. Loved it. Hilda sticks her ass out when she throws the Pokeball. So it's like, nice. Best trainer. I played Gen 4. I played Platinum version. And it was like, this is okay. There's some great Mons from Generation 4. Luxray is top tier. But like,
Luxray is my favorite.
when I was going through Gen 4, it just felt like I was doing it as a checklist. I was like, I'm just doing this to get through this game. Gen 6 X and Y, that might have been my favorite to play through. That might be my favorite generation. It had a massive regional Pokedex. And it added a lot of features like being able to change your clothes and outfit. That was like top tier. Gotta love this. Sun and Moon was after that. I hated the totem challenges. I thought the totem challenges were really dumb. I also think... excuse me. I think the story of Sun and Moon is super dumb. In Sun and Moon, Lucamine, or whatever her name is, the mom she's possessed by a Super Beast Pokemon. And she does a bunch of evil while she's possessed. An Ultra Beast, yeah.
To talk about the Ultra.
Yeah. Her daughter, who's like your best friend going through the game, is like, I can't believe you were so abusive to me and my brother. Maybe I'll forgive you, right? And it's like, do you not know what possession means? She literally loved you and couldn't control her actions. Then in Sun and Moon 2, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or whatever, I think, they changed the story a little bit. The mom is just as abusive, but she wasn't possessed. She was doing all of this to prepare her kids to fight the Ultra Beasts. And her daughter's like, oh, you were doing all of this to stop the Ultra Beasts? Okay, no hard feelings. It's like, whoa, hold on. You had a problem with her when she was possessed, but now that it was literally just her free will and like her choosing to hurt you, you were just like, her motive checks out? What? I do not understand that at all. Best Pokemon game is Monster Hunter Stories 2. Icy Fire, I don't entirely disagree with that. Monster Hunter Stories is like a perfect Pokemon game. After Sun and Moon was Sword and Shield. I hate Sword and Shield. I hate Sword and Shield so much. So, okay. Here's how I play through Pokemon games. I like to have a team that has a theme. I like to put my starter in the bank as soon as possible, and if I get any legendaries, I put them in the bank also. I like RP like I'm going to be a gym leader, focusing on a type. And then later on, once the National Pokedex got big enough, I like to have theme teams. I know, or Freesu. I'm a solo role player. I roleplay with myself. I don't like role-playing with other people.
Nothing wrong with that.
Once the National Dex got big enough, I like to have theme teams. So, like, all lizards, or all dog Pokemon, or all turtles. And so, I would keep track of all the different types, and if I saw, like, when I was waiting for Sun Moon, or not Sun Moon, Sword and Shield, I was waiting for a turtle. That way I could have 6 turtles on a Pokemon team. And in the Sun and Moon, or the Sword and Shield trailer, they're like, here's Dreadnought. And I was like, that's it. That's the 6th turtle. We're doing 6 turtle Pokemon. And they're like, oh, by the way, the Pokedex has gotten a little too big. So we're not going to have all Pokemon available to you. We're going to have a Pokedex of 400. And eventually some of the other Pokemon will come in. But for now, we're going to focus on these. And this is good for the Pokemon fans, because this way we can focus on animations being crisp and clean and high quality. And it was like, man, that would have been, I disagree with it, but it would have been a nice sentiment if they used nice animations. These motherfuckers just ported stuff over from the 3DS. So they cut down the number of Pokemon available, and they didn't give them new animations at all. They just had the worst of both worlds. And it was just like, oh, I fucking hate them for this. I'm so mad about this. Didn't get to do my turtle team. When I went through Sword and Shield, I did all bugs. I had I had the Psychic Ladybug. I had the Vikavolt, I think its name is. I had the Centiskorch, the fire centipede. I had Frostmoth. I had Crustle. Who was the last one I had? There was one more bug I had, and oh, it was Golisopod. And so I had a lot of Pokemon that I liked. I like Crustle. I like Golisopod. I like Frostmoth. I like the Fire Centipede. I don't really care about the other two. But it just felt bad. It just felt like I could have had my 6 turtles. Never forget what they took from me. In Scarlet and Violet, I wasn't even going to buy the game, because I was so mad about Pokemon and just how shit the games are. But I was going through, like, some real depression when it came out. And I was like, you know what'll cheer me up? Playing Pokemon with people, because it's co-op. And so, I got Scarlet. And I was actually able to make a 6-dog team. I had, they added 3 new dogs in this generation. The Bread Dog, the Gravestone Dog. What was the other one?
The mean face one.
Yeah, the mean face.
It's a dark type.
It's literally just like are they Saint Bernards? Same dog type as Beethoven. It's literally just one of those. But they also had Houndoom in the game, Magnetrike, and Rockruff. So it was like, cool, I can have 6 dogs. But I was mad. Scarlet was a step in the right direction, but still, like, that open world is dog water. That open world is so bad. Looks like a GameCube game overworld.
They'll make a quality game one day.
No, they won't. There's no reason to.
I know. That was the copium speaking.
It's copium.
No, we just need fan-made games or competitors. But the problem is the competitors kind of being lackluster.
Fusion, Ewan?
I haven't, but I think it's really good.
Ooh, Fusion's fucking funny.
It is really good.
I like seeing the
There's
fusions
some,
on
like,
YouTube.
There's some super fucking cursed ones too.
There's some
if you
cursed ones.
if you download
Anything with milk cake.
if you download the custom sprites so that you have the custom sprites from Milk Tank, oh my god, they are horrible.
Good lord.
You fuse anything together with the Milk Tank, it gets 1,000 nipples and milk squirting out of every orifice. It's like, oh my god, why'd you do this?
Come.
Hey, yo.
It just come.
I mean, oh, wow, that's so weird. Ooh, who would do that? Ooh.
Speaking of the cum beast, Tentacruel plus Milk Tank.
Hell yeah. I mean, oh, ooh,
The
that's so weird.
embodiment.
Oh. I like Tentacruel.
Shut up, you degenerate.
I think Tentacruel's a cool Pokemon.
I've got some fusions that I made that are just like super badass looking.
Hell yeah.
Like Zoroark and Gengar fused together.
That just sounds edgy. That just sounds
It
edgy.
is. It's edgy as fuck. It's just all purple and black. Like super sinister, like fog ghost Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Massive edgelord.
This feels like a good ending point. I'm getting hungry. But I also want to, like, cuddle a bit more, so... I'm gonna get up.
Lay down with the cookies.
That's the
The
plan.
most optimal Pokemon combination, Magikarp, Magpie.
Nah, because Butterfree Gyarados looks weird.
I need to grab this. Where are we going? There's somebody that I'm hoping is still live. I was watching them before stream today. Obviously the most optimal combo is Magikarp Metapod. Never evolve them, just Splash Harden. No! You can't do that. Okay.
Invincible.
The video started. We don't want to watch it though. No. No, they're not live anymore. No.
That bad. You hate to see it happen.
You hate to see it. We're gonna go check out Mrs. I used to see him a lot when Ladle streamed, and a few times in Elite streams. He's playing Gothic. Oh, he's playing Gothic with Stafair. Yeah. I don't know Mrs. well, but I've always seen her around. We love Mrs. They used to be a bird. Now they're a witch. I spell that? Nope, I didn't. I didn't spell that at all. Cancel. / raid. Is it 2 Z's? That's 2 Z's. Why have I never noticed it's 2 Z's? Alright. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for keeping me company. We did, what was it, 5.6 miles? Thanks to everyone that increased the incline, you absolute bullies. Which outfit?
Yes,
Maybe.
bully you into more.
Maybe. I still need to get my, like, standard outfit. I love you. Bye.